for exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Tauihi Basketball, rated E.
Kia ora everyone, no mai hanamai, great to have you with us. Friday night basketball, GJ Gardner Home's Tauihi, not too far away. Of course, we're about to start with the Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Queens and the Whai set to do battle as round 3 gets underway. Justin Nelson, Miles Pearce with you. Looking forward to this a little bit later on tonight. Miles, of course, with the GJ Gardner Home's Tauihi, two teams coming off a loss.
Both of them have got a point to prove right now, and I think one of the big ones and exciting things will be the pace that this Rapid League game is played at, and then followed by our Tauihi League.
Well, there's the Rapid League ladder as it sits at the moment. The Queens have not had the best of starts.
No, they haven't, but they do have a talented group, so they can bounce back at any time.
Well, let's have a look at the starters for this one. The Northern Group, Tauranga Whai, coached by Dane Bennett, who, by the way, is the nephew of the Queens coach, Mel Bennett.
Well, they got a little bit of a relationship both on and off the court. Of course, Mel Bennett was the head coach of the Whai last year.
Emma Rogers and Sophie Rogers there, numbers 8 and 9, Kylie Smiler, Eva Langton and McKenna Dale, the Northern Group, Tauranga Whai Rapid League team. Let's have a look at the home team, the Queens in purple, and they have had a late out. We can tell you that Jacinta Beckley not playing. She's a late scratch with illness. That is a big blow because this now is a very, very short team.
It is a smaller team with JB sitting this one out, but they do get a little bit quicker with Hippolyte there as their biggest player. So I'm looking forward to the tempo, as I mentioned earlier. The Whai have been very up and down, very fast in terms of up and down, not performance. So this should be a great one.
Chemist Warehouse head-to-head, and this is all thrown out the window now because, as I said, Jacinta Beckley, a late scratch.
Yeah, talking to Coach Mel Bennett before the game, let me know about that, and that's 11 points, 4 rebounds in Rapid League. That's huge.
Let's have a look at the coin officials. Round 3 getting underway in the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight between the Queens and the Whai. Regan Ashley, Amy Jo Clark and Jasmine Dean with the whistles. Crowd starting to file in, and another big crowd expected tonight. Of course, a record crowd here last week for Tauihi, and they are expecting to go past that tonight.
Yeah, and why not with the talent and the show on offer. Unbelievable performance from WNBA stars across the board.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing a couple of those WNBA stars tonight. Jordan Horston and Ashley Jones. We are underway. Opening shot goes down, and it's a good one from Sophie Rogers. What a start.
Unbelievable start right there, and there's that drive and kick. But the one big thing that I love is Sophie Rogers was doing that a couple of weeks ago at the High School Nationals.
Lana Paiwai responds for the Queens. Opening points for them tonight. They're searching for their first win of the season in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. The Whai 1-1. Contact there, Aotearoa Leach with the early foul. Or it may indeed go against Tiana Clark in the end.
Yeah, Emma Rogers on the drive there, strong drive. The Rogers sisters can score the ball well, so looking forward to seeing what they can do. Just high schoolers at the moment, seeing a long career. There's a lot of contact there.
Yeah, let go. Grace Hunter defensively on McKenna Dale. I think McKenna Dale a little bit bemused by all of that. Let's have a look at the GJ Gardner Home's replay. There's the contact, just stepping in right there. And it looked like a missed call. Here's Grace Hunter at the other end on McKenna Dale, and this time the whistle does go. So not one way for McKenna Dale, but the other way for Grace Hunter. Maybe a little bit of hometown cooking for the princess from Porirua.
Yeah, there's a definite contact there, but you know what goes at one should go at the other. You're right there, the queen of Porirua, Grace Hunter, gets to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line, knocks down the first, ties the ball game up.
So set at 3 apiece, early stages, and the Queens now take the lead by 1, 4-3, early stages. The start of round 3 tonight, as I said, Puakai at home tomorrow afternoon to the Kahu. There's Eva Langton inside, missing what she should have put away. And Sunday action this week, the Hoiho at home to the Whai. The Whai are on the double as Alana Paiwai gets busy. Hippolyte now on the drive. Turnaround, step back, left it short, and the Whai come up with it.
Yeah, I love the attack on the rim from the Queens at the moment. And I thought Eva Langton probably should have knocked that last one down. This was her home court just last year, from the Queens to the Whai.
Yeah, former Queen for the first couple of seasons, Eva Langton out of Opanaki. And as we said, without Jacinta Beckley, definitely a height advantage tonight for the Whai. It's going to be small ball for the Queens. Speaking of small, Alana Paiwai up and over the top.
Yeah, I think and try and take McKenna Dale and Eva Langton off the dribble. Use that speed.
Here's Rogers getting all wrapped up on the drive, the 17-year-old Emma Rogers. Foul is on Aotearoa Leach. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay here. A lot of contact inside. Langton working hard. Leach steps across. I think may have just had the hands contact first, and that'll put Emma Rogers to the Chemist Warehouse stripe midway through the opening quarter. If you're new to the Sky Broadband Rapid League, 4 quarters by 4 minutes, and the only players involved in this game are those who are coming off the bench later tonight in the GJ Gardner-Holmes Tauihi clash.
Yeah, and that last possession, you could see the Whai was a late, the Queens a late switch. Not quite Tiana Clark, not quite getting there in time and getting that foul. As we see Tiana Clark with the ball now.
On the drive, back to her left. Shot, rims around, in and out. The three-point specialist unable to score. Dale, we know she can land a three. That one looks short, it is. Rebound, Lauren Hippolyte. Head up, switches out to Leach, the former Kahu guard, and that's a second foul on McKenna Dale.
And that's one of the players that you want to be. McKenna Dale's going to play you a lot of minutes in this game, so trying to keep her out of foul trouble and trying to keep maybe her minutes down in this one, just so she's ready for the game, the upcoming big game after this.
She has had an indifferent start through pre-season with, we believe, a broken finger. Lauren Hippolyte, mentioned before, she is a player that will really want to get going tonight. It's been a slow start to the season for Lauren Hippolyte, in new colours, of course, with the Queens. And that last basket will certainly help her.
It will indeed, and you're right. She has had some, as we see her fire away from three and knock that down. We've got to start talking about it more often. But so you're right, statistically low, but she does so many things on the floor that can help her team that don't show up on the stat sheet. As we see McKenna Dale get tangled up with 2 Queens down low.
Back-to-back baskets for Lauren Hippolyte. Queens out by 4. Scoring has been pretty tough for them in the opening couple of weeks of Rapid League. Soundly beaten last Sunday by the Kahu. Here's McKenna Dale at the Chemist Warehouse. The first one is good.
We were lucky enough to call that game, and that Rapid League game was absolutely outstanding performance from the Kahu. They got it right from the tip. They jumped out to a lead, and it's kind of good to see the Queens fighting through the first quarter.
A good evening to Jacinta Beckley. She'll be on the couch tonight watching on. Late scratch in this one due to illness. And that might be McKenna Dale's 3rd foul of the quarter. So tough going for her at the moment. The Queens are definitely on the attack, trying to get 2 feet in the paint at all times. And McKenna Dale here forced to take a seat. 3 fouls in the opening 3 and a bit minutes.
Well, if you look at the lineup the Queens have got right now, that's the strength that they have. Tiana Clark, Grace Hunter, both good 3-point shooters, but the best 3-point shot you can get is probably your driving kick out to one of those shooters. So great to see the Queens playing to their strengths right now without that size of Jacinta Beckley.
And Tiana Clark puts down both from the Chemist Warehouse. She takes a seat. Joined the Queens last week to replace Ash Tyre, who has headed home with a knee injury. Season over for her, unfortunately. And Tiana Clark gets the call up. Late stages. BNZ player timeout alive for both teams. Will they use it in the first quarter? Through traffic, unable to put it down. Kaylee Smiler, the 24-year-old, back in New Zealand now and playing some hometown hoops. Here's the replay. On the drive here again, aggressive, just finding a way through.
Yeah, I thought the Queens did a much better job defensively, particularly at the start of that possession. They switched defenders and were able to stay with that. And then, as you said, Smiler able to put the ball on the floor and create a shot. Well, just a little bit of confusion, one shot or two. Everyone took off after the first. We do have 2 free throws here.
It was definitely the 2 free throws. Yes, you're right. The basket was a miss on the foul. So the first one is good. And now she'll get a look at a second at the Chemist Warehouse. Heading down towards quarter time. Been a good start for the Queens tonight. Just what they needed after 2 very indifferent games as Smiler converts. And we've got a 3-point margin as the Queens come forward. Again, Hippolyte on the move. 5 points for her in this opening quarter. Leach, one way then the other. Footwork good. Unable to finish. And now all of a sudden the fight with a late chance. Can they score here? Smiler just steps back off 1 foot. Wasn't too far away in the end. And that'll do us. Opening quarter done and dusted in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And the Queens with a 2-point advantage. Good start both ways. Plenty to like about what we've seen so far, and a lot of young talent on display in this one tonight. There is indeed, and I really like the fact that the tempo of this game, and as you said, the young talent coming through. Alana Pawai and Grace Hunter, both junior tall ferns in the not too distant past. And on the flip side with the fire, you got a couple of high school kids rolling around out there. It's great to see. Friday night hoops. Hope you're enjoying it. Live across New Zealand on Sky Sport. There's the Queens. Some of the starters tonight watching on. Jordan Horston there in the middle. Jihun Park. Tamari Key. Florencia Chagas. Stella Beck over the back there. Lou Brown watching on as well. It is a star-studded lineup for the Queens, isn't it? And even though they went down by 3 points to the Kahu last Sunday, no doubt what the Queens have focused on this week is just time on the court together. Yeah, there's nothing like playing together, and it's one of the things that went on a coaching side. When you've got a group that's fairly new to each other, there's nothing like just playing some 5-on-5 at practice just so these athletes can get used to each other. Jordan Horston only in for a couple of days before she played her first game. I'm really looking forward to seeing what she can do with a week of sleep and being in the country can do, as we see a great drive there, unable to finish. Aotea Leach getting a fair bit of it so far here tonight. Highland burst onto the scene last year in Rapid League and Tauihi. Sophie Rogers back to Highland. Inside shot in the end, back of the ring. Battle, who's going to come up with it? It'll be Highland to go again. Great pass inside. What a setup for the Phi. And Laura Kuka, the 30-year-old, the oldest player on the floor, able to put that away. And just like that, Tiana Clark one end to the other, but we're all tied up. We are. What a flurry of excitement here to start the second quarter. Anika Highland able to create off the dribble and find someone there, as we see Emma Rogers get into the paint and draw a foul. Alana Paiwai just protesting there. Thought she had all hands on the ball. We'll get another good look at it here. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay on the drive. Paiwai steps across. A little bit hard to tell from there. Opening basket of this second quarter to the Phi. We're all tied up. And again, oh no, I was going to say it looked like a foul there. Certainly Tiana Clark thought she may have been called for a foul. But this is going to go against Emma Rogers just stepping on the baseline right there out of court. And the Queens come up with it.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, but not enough to cause a foul, but enough to get Rogers stepping on that baseline and forcing a turnover. As we see Highland just dogging the ball up the floor. What a great job defensively.
Tiana Clark from distance. We know she can hit threes, just hasn't got her eye in yet. Rogers around Leach, who steps across and commits a foul. And that'll put young Rogers to the Chemist Warehouse for a look at 2 shots. Midway through the second quarter here tonight. Another big weekend coming up in this Pro League. Pauakai and Kahu tomorrow afternoon from Cal Stadium. First home game of the season for the Pauakai. Hoiho and the Whai on Sunday afternoon. Here's one of my favourites, the large 100 pepperoni black garlic pizza. That's this week's Super Sal's special. Slam Dunk 2024 is the code. And yes, there are 100 pieces.
You've counted? You've gone through?
Casey Frank tells me that he's counted, so...
I believe it. Case will want value for money, and at $40, that's amazing.
Tell you what's value for money. The Fiber Star are at $27.50 for 3 months. Foul on the way to the hoop. Aotearoa Leach. And a fair bit of action from the Chemist Warehouse so far tonight. Whai leading it by 1. As Leach now steps up. Of course, played with the Kahu last season. And the first one is down. We're tied up again, 12 apiece. There's the Queens Stars watching on, applauding their teammates. Saw Jihorn Park there. What a start to the season she's had.
It was absolutely fantastic, and I love that game too, where she came off the bench and was just a microwave. It was great to see her energy and scoring ability coming off the bench to help the Queens.
Let's see what the Whai can do here. Langton inside turnaround. The lefty gets the soft roll, and they're out by 2. McKenna Dale still sitting 3 fouls in the opening quarter tonight for the Whai star McKenna Dale.
And I don't mind that foul up the floor there. Highland putting a lot of pressure on the ball as we see her check out of the game. I don't mind that foul. It's setting a tone and sort of getting your teammates back. But it's great to see both teams really getting after it on the defensive end.
And just that height advantage inside, standing out Eva Langton with the last basket. Queens very much undersized for this one. Here's Grace Hunter. Now forcing Eva Langton to defend. Langton did well. Whai come up with it through Rogers here. Has a look at her options. Langton can shoot from range. Hands it off to Emma Rogers now. Gets a little bit of cover inside from Langton. Langton again, height. Definitely working for the Whai inside at the moment. The Queens just struggling to cover the height of Eva Langton, and she's going to go back to the line.
Yeah, Eva Langton doing a fantastic job on the glass, keeping the ball alive and getting an extra possession. The Queens weren't bad on that defensive possession. They switched, they kept people in front of them, stayed out of rotations, but unfortunately for the Queens, they're just giving up some inches, and that offensive rebound able to be grabbed, and Langton gets fouled and gets to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
Just over 90 seconds to play in this opening half. Both teams still have their BNZ player timeout. Second one is good for Langton. Don't forget to get your phones ready for the BNZ player timeout for the big ticket to the big game. We'll be talking about that throughout the night. And so many tickets have been snapped up already by groups up and down the country in the BNZ ticket to the big game. Keep an eye out for that every time we have a BNZ player timeout. Opportunity here for the Queens. Kediana Hippolyte on the court, the young 17-year-old, unable to convert. The Hippolytes, of course, not related.
Not related, but both can play. So don't be confused about that. Not related, but can hoop. But I want to know what ticket you would go, which matchup. If you could grab a ticket to one of the Tauihi games, as we see Rogers knock down the second three of the game, what teams are you wanting to watch?
I want to see them all. I get the chance to see them all, of course. We both do, because we get this fantastic spot commentating with Sky Sport. Double dribble in there from Kiriana Hippolyte, but gee, give me some tickets to the grand final, because I'll tell you what, with some of the talent we've got up and down the country in Tauihi this season, whichever two teams make it through, that grand final on December 22 is going to be an absolute beauty.
Oh, yeah. And you mentioned the Queen stars watching on. The Kahu got some stars of their own, and the Whai, even though they got a couple of injuries there, they got some stars of their own, Hoiho and Polokai. It's a loaded league this year as we see the young buck get her shot blocked. The Queen's off and running.
And they've got numbers, Hippolyte and Paiwai. Best basket of the night for the Ansco Tokomanawa Queens. And they close that gap down to 4. Dying stages. Opening half. BNZ player timeouts available. And there we go. So called there by Rogers, our first BNZ player timeout of the game, with 13.2 to play. And that gives us the chance to talk about tickets, of course. There you go. QR code on the screen right now. School groups, community groups, sports groups. Scan away on that QR code. Fill out your group's details and you can snap up some of those 5,000 tickets to the big game with thanks to BNZ. What a fantastic program it is.
That is an unbelievable deal. But what about the heads-up play from Emma Rogers, dribbling the ball till it gets just under 14 seconds and then calling the player timeout? Still at high school, the knowledge and patience there to be able to do that was absolutely fantastic. So we see her on the drive here.
And forces the foul on Grace Hunter. Now that may be the 4th team foul this quarter against the Queen. So I think we're going to see a couple of shots here. We are. So some really smart play down the stretch by the Whai tonight in this opening half. They lead by 4. Down early. And they've steadied. Emma Rogers here gets the friendly roll. The younger of the two Rogers sisters, Emma and Sophie, both look to have a really bright future. Kuka with a chance there, and just on the buzzer. Looked like the Queens may have been reaching for the BNZ player timeout. Ran out of time though, and that'll do us. So opening half belonging to the Whai tonight. They lead it by 5. Good start for the Queens, but the Whai have battled back hard in that second quarter with a 10-3 run. And that gives us a chance now to have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats to halftime. McKenna Dale is sitting with 3 fouls, as a little bit more basketball on court at the moment. Great to see some of the fans out there shooting away. Sophie Rogers, what a start tonight. Chemist Warehouse stats, she's leading all scorers with 7.
Yeah, knocked down a couple of triples in that first half, and that's probably one of the things that you, if you're the Queens, you don't want to see get going is the Rogers sisters from 3. Both of them very strong shooters.
Lauren Hippolyte with 5. She had back-to-back baskets in that opening quarter. For the Queens, as we continue to look through the Chemist Warehouse stats, Eva Langton using her height inside with 3 rebounds. A couple of assists for Kaylee Smiler. And Kiriana Hippolyte, just 17 years of age, returned to the Queens during the week after heading back home to Queensland for some school exams, I think.
Yeah, you got to get those in, HSC, sit in those exams, and before she tries to figure out where she's going to go with her basketball career. Very bright future.
GJ Gardner-Holmes at Tauihi, tipping off local time tonight here in New Zealand at 7:30 p.m. Both teams, of course, the Whai and the Queens, coming off a loss in round 2. They both went down to the same team, the Northern Kahu, and they will be keen to bounce back here tonight. Friday night hoops in Porirua, Wellington. The Whai on the double, heading down to take on the Southern Hoiho on Sunday afternoon in Dunedin. And these two teams actually clash again next week in round 4. Game won't be out at Taronga, it'll be at Taupo. So Some pro women's hoops coming to Taupo next week. Looking forward to that. What about the setup there and the finish by Kaylee Smiler? Opening basket of this third quarter for the Phi.
Unbelievable. A little backdoor cut. Great hands and a very tough finish. And we see
Tiana Clark.
So I'm a week behind. Tiana Clark deep on that three.
And unable to finish. She did follow it in. Here's Paiwai. A lot of contact there from Rogers. Paiwai goes to the floor. And in the end, through the hands of Lauren Hippolyte. I think Alana Paiwai just jumped back to her feet there and said to the coin official, hey, certainly felt like there was some contact there.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, and she's strong. So for her to hit the floor like that, I think there was a little bit of a bump. But what a pass off the floor. Following in her partner TK Howden's footsteps there from the rugby pitch.
Highland for three. Clark, rebound. Quickly up the court with speed. Paiwai out on the left wing, now gets on the drive. She's drawn some contact. And she'll have to do the business from the Chemist Warehouse. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay like this from Tiana Clark. Had runners both sides. And in the end, it was Paiwai who got on the attack.
Yeah, attacking that closeout and putting her head down, getting on the rim. And right now, the Queens need a few of these just to be able to stop the clock, knock down some free throws, and eat into that lead without any time going off the scoreboard.
Paiwai misses the first. McKenna Dale about to come back in for the Phi. Didn't see her at all in the second quarter. 3 early fouls for her. Paiwai makes good of the second. Actually graduated from university during the week, Alana Paiwai. So congratulations up in the Waikato. Saw a couple of pictures floating around on social, so a personal milestone for her.
Yeah, huge, and anytime you can put in the work and complete that sort of thing, as we see her guarding Highland, forcing great verticality, forcing a miss there. I know it was some tough time for me when I was at uni. I feel like I spent 8 years doing a 3-year degree.
It was a tougher time for the teachers, to be honest. A miss at one end. Look at the pass. Quarterback all the way to McKenna Dale. Paiwai with the foul. Great transition there from the Phi. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Have a look at this for a pass. Right on the dot for McKenna Dale.
Both great pass and great hands. Love to see that teamwork on the break. Let's see if McKenna Dale can extend that lead. Knocks down the first from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line. Builds a 7-point lead.
She has 3 in the game. Second shot, also good. And this is a nice little run now for the Phi. They're out by 8, midway through the third quarter. Tonight's Sky Broadband Rapid League game. Here's Hippolyte over the top of Dale for 3. That one away to the left, and just not what the Queens need right now. They've got a bit to make up.
With the length of Langton when she's on the floor and McKenna Dale, I'd like to see the Queens run some actions to try and get their quicker guards onto them and then exploit that off the dribble. I think Hippolyte just shot that one as we see McKenna Dale knock that down. She's known for her shooting, but force those 2 taller players to guard some of the quicker players and try and gain an advantage through that.
It's a really ominous sign for the Tauihi game tonight as well, seeing McKenna Dale hit a big 3 like that. Queens come back up with it here fortuitously. Down by 11. Clark now fires away. She still cannot land one of those big 3s. Tiana Clark, mid-court ball, and again the Queens are going to get another opportunity here. Hippolyte steps around Highland. That shot is off. Lots of outside shooting coming from the Queens right now, and they just cannot land a blow.
No, they can't, and it's unfortunate because some of those were great looks, drive, kick out, moving the ball. So some great teamwork, some great ball movement, unfortunately not rewarded, and they can't eat into this 11-point lead.
Queens 1 of 10 from outside. The Phi 3 of 6. Shooting very hard to come by, or successful shooting very hard to come by for the Queens tonight, going at just 19% in total. And it's been the tale of their season thus far in this Rapid League. Only team without a win. Humbled, it must be said, last week by the Kahu. And they're going to give up some more points from the Chemist Warehouse here as Rogers steps up to the coloured stripe. There's Lara McSpadden watching on. The Australian centre, of course. She's going to have a big match up tonight with Tamari Key and also Lou Brown.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that matchup. Particularly the Lou Brown matchup. I think that's they've played against each other, both being from Australia. They have matched up before, and I'm sure they will look to reignite that little battle that they've had over the years. As we see a foul there, full court, not in the bonus, so there will be a Queens ball on the baseline.
We've got the Tauihi's two top scorers playing against each other tonight, Ashley Jones and Jordan Horston, and the league's two top rebounders going up against each other tonight as well, Lou Brown and Lara McSpadden. So there's a lot to look forward to. Kiriana Hippolyte leaves it short. Good defense by McKenna Dale. Smiler, Rogers now. Steps it over to her sister Sophie. Dale into the corner. Shot clock down at 10. Long bomb off the hand of Rogers. They go again. Dale to Emma Rogers this time. Takes a lot of contact on the way to the hoop. No whistle. And in the end, maybe something off the rebound.
Late whistle, yes. Referees picked something up there. But what great ball movement we see from the Phi. Drive there. Just some contact on that rebound, but the bonus trip for McKenna Dale back to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line where they can extend on this 12-point lead.
They've really opened it up, haven't they? 18-4 run by the Phi. Make that 19-4. They were down by 2 at quarter time, but they have dominated the contest since then. And another one to add, yes, McKenna Dale. And they've blown this game right open late in the third.
Well, one of the big things was the Queens were generating some good looks, particularly from three, and you mentioned 1 of 10 from the three-point line, and so they've got to knock some of those good looks down. And any team that needs a score, everyone needs to be on the same page. What are we running for? Who? What action? As we see Clark long on, unlucky. Ball hit the shot clock. Phi will get another shot at it with 9.9 on the clock.
You'll see this on the GJ Gardner Holmes replay. Clark in the corner. Watch the ball closely. Up it goes, and there it strikes. The shot clock's sitting up on top of the backboard, and we've got a BNZ player timeout here with 8.4 to play in this third quarter. So the Phi taking their BNZ player timeout. There's that QR code. You're going to see it all night. In fact, you'll see it all season. The ticket to the big game with thanks to BNZ. 5,000 tickets to give away to school groups, community groups and sports groups. Just scan that QR code, fill in your group's details, and with thanks to BNZ, you could be off to a game of Tauihi with your group. What a fantastic opportunity that is. Late shot there off the hand of Rogers, and that'll do us. So 3 quarters down. The Tauranga Phi well on the way to victory tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. They have blown this game open with a 20-4 run since quarter time, and they lead by 14. Sophie Rogers has 8 points for the Phi. She's leading the way along with McKenna Dale, who has 9, including a perfect 6 of 6 from the stripe.
Yeah, and those are the ones that you just don't want to give up, particularly in the Rapid League where you don't have a lot of time to get points back. You don't have time to dig a hole and then dig yourselves out of it. So the Queens will need to come up with some very quick baskets if they're to get back in this game, and preferably from the Chemist Warehouse free throw line where the clock's not running.
And of course, points are really important in Rapid League. All the points that a team scores and all the points that a team concedes get transferred over onto their Tauihi team's ladder. And of course, the points percentage is the tiebreaker if two teams in Tauihi end up on the same wins. FIBA starter with thanks to Sky Broadband, $27.50 a month for the first 3 months. Switch and save. What a fantastic offer that is. Through till October 31, $27.50.
It's a good deal.
It's a very good deal.
Very good deal.
Last quarter underway, and the Queens need to make some inroads. We just spoke about the points and what it all means. Margin at 14 right now. And just like that, Grace Hunter gives the Queens exactly what they needed to start this last quarter.
Yes, indeed. And right now, the Queens need to get it done on the defensive end of the floor if they can string a couple of stops and scores together. We saw Grace Hunter score that great one there. So can they get a stop and another score as the skip pass finds McKenna Dale? 6 on the clock, what she can create off the dribble. See a tough shot there, but oh, there we go. Referee has called a travelling violation. The Queens get their stop. Can they get another score?
McKenna Dale here on the replay. Watch the feet. I just slid it across the floor. Well picked up by the coin officials. Jordan Horston watching on there on the sidelines. Mel Bennett coaching this Rapid League game, sitting beside Tanya Tupu, the head coach, of course, of the Queens. Here's Kiriana Hippolyte, just tucked the ball under the wing, gets all the way to the rack, and back-to-back baskets for the Queens, back to 10.
And what they got to do now is just do it all over again. Another stop. As you see, Leach making it tough for McKenna Dale to catch. Smiler puts the ball on the floor and drives, fumbles, recovers, and scores.
Well, that is what you call making something out of nothing. Either that or making the easy look very, very hard. Here's a replay. Actually fumbled the ball there, went back at it, and Paiwai with the foul. The N1 opportunity at the Chemist Warehouse for Kaylee Smiler. A little bit of a side story to the Tauihi game tonight. Of course, Mel Bennett, who we just spoke about, coaching the Queens in Rapid League, assistant coach to Tanya Tupu. She goes up against her former team tonight. Of course, she was the coach of the Tauranga Whai for the first 2 seasons of Tauihi. So a little bit of a side story.
Yeah, a little bit of a side story and a little bit of inside knowledge there. So you've got a number of athletes that she coached the last 2 years back in Whai colours. So hopefully that knowledge can help them get a win.
Here's Lauren Hippolyte at one end, and there's the crunching foul off the rebound. Whai out by 13 midway through this last quarter. Rogers, the sisters teaming up again. Sophie and Emma, they've been really good tonight. Huge future. Pass inside intended for Smiler. And the Queens will take possession. A couple of WNBA stars taking the court tonight. Of course, Jordan Horston, 23 points on debut. Cramping up literally just off a plane. She's had a week to settle into Wellington. There she is, the star. 77 games with the Seattle Storm, just 23 years of age. Straight from the WNBA playoffs to New Zealand to play with the Queens. Pick 9 in the 2023 draft. Good basket there, Tiana Clark. And let's not forget, speaking of the 2023 WNBA draft, Ashley Jones, 27 points a game over the first 2 rounds in Tauihi. She was pick 19 for the Dallas Wings back in 23. And we're going to see those 2 stars go head-to-head tonight. Yeah,
that's going to be a great matchup, and both of them can score the ball at a very high rate. So it's one of the things that the Queens kind of need right now, is they need someone to be able to score the ball. And unfortunately for them, they've given up too many free throws at one end and just haven't shot the ball like we know that they can.
Margin at 11. Offensive foul against Grace Hunter. Regan Ashley, the coin official, right on the spot. Pick it up on the replay here. There's Grace Hunter, and just steps straight into that. Laura Kuka copping the full brunt. Lena Schneider, looking forward to seeing her tonight as well. league leading scorer of Tauihi back in season 2022, the inaugural season of the competition, just over 20 points a game. And a bit of a side note, there's always a side note it seems in this competition for Lena Schneider. Sunday afternoon against the Hoiho down in Dunedin. She's heading back to familiar territory because the Hoiho is the team she played with in 2022.
Yeah, it's great to see her back in this competition. She was outstanding for the Hoiho a couple of seasons ago, so I'm really looking forward to what I've loved what she's done in the opening couple of rounds. Really looking forward to what she can do here tonight as we see Pawai check back into the game. Grace Hunter checks out with 5 fouls.
I've got to say, just during that stop in play, I had a look over the shoulder to the main grandstand here at Te Rauparaha Arena. The crowd that has come in early for the Rapid League game tonight, outstanding. Speaking of outstanding, Kuka unable to finish that pass from Dale. Rogers picks it up. The Sophie variety from downtown adds a big triple. And just like that, the margin back to 14 in favour of the Whai as Leach is unable to keep it in. Just have a look over your shoulder, Miles Pearce, from our commentary position. How good is it to see this many people coming out early for the Sky Broadband Rapid League ahead of Tauihi tonight? Really impressive stuff from the locals.
Oh, it's great to see, and we got behind us filling up, and the grandstand on the opposite side of us, all the corporates are filing in, the grandstand behind them is filling up. I think we're going to see a new record here tonight for attendance.
Yeah, the Queens did set a league record last Sunday for Tauihi, and looks like they're going to smash that tonight. Great to see the crowds out early in the season. Long way to go as we head towards grand final on December 22. And for one team, what a Christmas present that's going to be. Indeed,
and we don't know where it's going to be. I love this format we've gone to. We saw it in the Sal's NBL this year, just with that home and away matchup. So if you play well enough, you're going to get an extra game at home. And as you mentioned, what a great time to be celebrating a home win just before Christmas, as we see some great ball movement there. Rogers nailing another triple.
Well, that's off the back, as you said, of a ball movement for the Whai. One of their best baskets of the night, and they lead by 18. They've blown this game right open since quarter time. They were down by a couple of points early. After the opening 4 minutes, Alana Paiwai called for the travel. 4 by 4 minutes, of course, the Sky Broadband Rapid League. All the players you're seeing in this early game are those who are coming off the bench tonight in Tauihi. It's a world first innovation, and it has been super successful here in New Zealand. Here's Highland on the drive. Just too much on it in the end. Queens now on the burst. Can they get something late? Leach, Clark just catches and fires away well off to the left. Follows it in. Hippolyte. They go again. Kariana Hippolyte puts it away from up high. A big 3 for her. And she is an impressive future star of New Zealand basketball, isn't she, Keriana Hippolyte? Just 17 years of age.
And you talk about her, you've got the Rogers sisters. What a wealth of talent that we have coming through in New Zealand as we see the Whai run away with this Rapid League game here at Te Rauparaha Arena.
They get home by 15. Impressive start tonight for the Northern Group, Tauranga Whai on the road. Big double for them here in the capital to start off with. Friday night hoops, and then further south in Dunedin on Sunday. They take out the Sky Broadband Rapid League 39-24. A quick look at the Chemist Warehouse stats, and there's going to be a bit to like about the Rogers girls, especially Sophie leading the way with 14 points tonight.
Yeah, on fire from three-point line, knocking down a few from there, and just being able to tick that scoreboard over from the charity stripe as well. And in very impressive, let me see, 21 free throws attempted by the Whai tonight. We see the rebounds there. Hippolyte and Clark doing their work for the Queens, but the size of McKenna Dale, Rogers and Langton dominating the glass.
Cooker and Smiler. Highland as well with a couple of assists. The Queens shot at 26%, 2 of 13 in the end as well. From long range, the Phi shooting at 34%, 5 of 11 from downtown. As you mentioned, 21 times to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 16 makes, and they won the rebounds 26-17. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our friends at the Chemist Warehouse. Tanya Tupu, Mel Bennett will brush that one under the carpet. They will be focused on what's to come. GJ Gardner Holmes, Tauihi, Friday night hoops, as the crowd continues to roll in here to Te Rauparaha Arena in Porirua. Coming back local time here in New Zealand at 7:30 p.m. Our global audience also set to join us. A win to start off with tonight. Sky Broadband Rapid League, the Phi take down the Queens. On the other side of the break, we'll look back to some of the best action between these two teams in 2023, and then we're straight back for tonight's big game. GJ Gardner Holmes, Tauihi. It'll be the Tokomanawa Queens taking on the Tauranga Phi. We'll see you soon.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. Exciting, entertaining, energy, and epic. Tauihi Basketball, rated E.
Kia ora everyone, no mai, hata mai, hello and welcome. Great to have your company on a Friday night, round 3, tipping off in GJ Gardner Homes, Tauihi. And a big one tonight, 2 teams coming off a loss, 2 teams desperately wanting a win to get their early season form on track. The Ansco Tokomanawa Queens up against the Northern Group Tauranga Whai. Poll at the moment, 64% going with the Queens. So the home team, big crowd here. Maybe they've voted on the way in. Let's have a look at the ladder as it sits so far. Of course, only 2 rounds in to season 2024. And it is the BNZ Northern Kahu leading the way. What a start to the season they've had. The reigning champs with 3 straight wins and looking good. Early days, of course, and a lot to play out. The Whai are on the double this week. Here's what's coming up. Puakai and the Kahu tomorrow afternoon at Cal Stadium. From all reports, sold out or very, very close to it. If you haven't got your tickets yet, get in very, very quickly. And the Hoiho and the Whai on a Sunday afternoon in Dunedin. That'll be a fair bit of fun. Whai Stiders. Palasokianga is, of course, a young gun on the rise. And she's getting the opportunity with Morgan Yeager out with a broken wrist. And she has a big match-up against Florencia Chagas in this one. McSpadden, Kira Some. Showing Makadash at the moment. I don't think Makadash will be playing. That'll be Lena Schneider and Ashley Jones. What an absolute star she is. League leading scorer, 27 points per game thus far. Laurie McSpadden, of course, the big centre, the Aussie, and we had the chance to catch up with her before the game. Here's Lara McSpadden.
Lara, welcome to New Zealand, all the way from Newcastle, God's country as we know. How are you enjoying the season so far?
New Zealand's been really cool so far. I only had 2 games, but the competition's been really good, and it's going to be a great game tonight. Yeah.
I think it will be a great matchup with you and Lou Brown. How are you prepared for that?
I mean, we've done a lot of film and we've practiced really hard. We've gone through our coverages and ways to attack what they do, I guess, in their coverages. But yeah, we're both good bigs, like to be physical, so I think we're just going to be banging bodies tonight.
Awesome. Can't wait for it. Good luck. Thank you.
Well, she's had a good start to the season. Lara McSpadden, 14 points a game, 11.5 rebounds, including 4 offensive rebounds per game. She is the 2nd highest rebounder in the competition. Queen starters, they will be looking to bounce back after a 3-point loss to the Kahu in round 2. And it is a very good-looking opening unit. Stella Beck, Florencia Chagas, Tamari Key, Lou Brown, Jordan Horston, of course, the WNBA star. They had their chance to play together for the first time last week. No doubt they have spent a lot of time on the training court ahead of this one as they get to know each other. And I think we're going to see a very good opening tonight for the Tokomanawa Queens. Lou Brown has had an outstanding start to the season. She's averaging 16 rebounds per game, number 1 in the competition. Miles Pearce caught up with her a short time ago.
Lou, big matchup tonight. How have you guys prepared for this one against the Whai?
We've had a pretty competitive week at training. It started a lot, it was a lot about us. Obviously we had Jordan come in, Flo was coming back from being healthy, so just kind of getting everyone back on the same page. kind of creating that little bit of chemistry within us. And I think we're getting there, definitely. But tonight it's just defense. We scouted fire hard, so we're going to get after them a little bit and I think that'll get us going.
And that scout would have included a pretty big matchup for you in Lara. So you guys have done a little bit of battle against each other in the past. How do you see that matchup playing out tonight? Yeah,
definitely. I think Battle of the Bigs will be beefing a little bit in the cave. That's what people want to see. So, and iron sharpens iron. So we got after it. We got after the rebounds. And each other.
Hey, I'm all here for the Battle of the Bigs and the rebounds. Hope you can grab 20 personally. Good luck tonight. Thank you.
Well, looking forward to seeing Lou Brown in action. Got a feeling that she will be spending a bit of time on Lara McSpadden through the evening as well. And as I welcome in Miles Pearce for the first time tonight, we have a look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. Jordan Horston, Ashley Jones, top 2 scorers in the competition. And the top 2 rebounders, Lou Brown and Lara McSpadden. We get to see it all.
Yeah, Lou Brown's been doing an absolutely fantastic job on the glass, and hopefully Jordan Horston's got a little more legs after just getting into the country just before last week's game.
Well, Ashley Jones has had a wonderful start to Tauihi 2024. Star player out of Iowa. More than 3,000 points in her collegiate career. And I had the chance to welcome her to New Zealand. She's a Kiwi now. Let's catch up with her. Here's Ashley Jones. Well, Ashley, welcome to New Zealand. How's life as a Kiwi?
Thanks. It's been really great so far. I love it here. The team's been great. The community's awesome. So it's been a really good transition.
And what about fitting in with the local community? Not just the team, but also the community. Basketball mad, of course. You get out there and you preach the word.
Oh, yeah. Anytime I run into someone and I start talking to them, letting them know to come to games. So everyone's really supportive, really nice, and just want to be able to bring people in and share our team and the basketball community with them.
Of course, every game is live on ESPN3 back in the States, so family and friends get to watch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're excited. They stay up. It's 1:30 a.m. there when they watch it, and I've even had some people say their kids wake up at 1:30 a.m., wake them up and say, we got to watch the game. So it's really fun just to be able to have that opportunity that they can watch and support as well.
And then what's next for you? You're here for 12 weeks, back home, I gather, for Christmas, and then what do you move on to?
Yeah, either going to somewhere else in Europe or Athletes Unlimited. So still deciding which one I want to do, but just excited to be here and play and continue improving my game.
Enjoy the rest of the season, and thanks for being a Kiwi.
Thank you.
Should be one of the matchups of the season. Ashley Jones and Jordan Horston. They both come with great pedigree, both drafted in the 2023 WNBA draft. The poll at the moment still going with the Queens to win this one tonight. Miles, how do you see this one panning out?
Look, I think the pace of the Phi can get to the Queens, but I think the size of the Queens can get to the Phi. So it's going to be really who can control that tempo. A lot of scoring for the Phi, for the Queens tonight, and with a couple of big outs and injury concerns to the Phi, I think the Queens can get this one.
So coin officials for this one, Callum Welsh, Regan Ashley and Amy Jo Clark. And of course it is inclusion round. Fantastic to see all the inclusion programs across basketball up and down the country here in New Zealand, celebrating inclusion. All levels of basketball, boys, girls, men's and women's. And it is fantastic to be celebrating inclusion in basketball here in the GJ Gardner Homes at Tauihi. We're not too far away from a start tonight. Earlier tonight in the Rapid League, I can tell you that the Phi got the win, and we are just about set to go in this one tonight. Friday night hoops. Ansco Tokomanawa Queens up against the Northern Group. Tauranga Phi, McSpadden and Key. Callum Welsh puts the ball up, Key wins it, and Chagas gets the opening possession for the Queens, and she gets on the attack straight away. Love to see that. Here's Horston. First touch for her tonight. Looking inside, Tamara Key on McSpadden off the glass for two.
And just as I mentioned, the size of the Queens, Lou Brown had a mismatch with Palace Hokianga guarding her that whole possession, and they missed her. But Key coming up with the opening 2 for the Queens.
By the way, exactly the same play as the Queens' opening score last week against the Kahu. A miss there from Jones. Chagas, intentions are known. She wants to get on the attack. Here's the 198-centimetre Tamari Key. The Lady Volunteers well represented here, of course, with 3 former players. Brown to Horston, got the gap, just unable to finish the shot, but good early signs for the Queens as Ashley Jones comes back the other way. She's fouled and she's off to the Chemist Warehouse. Up and back stuff. Exciting start to this one tonight.
Yeah, great start, and you can see the pace that the Fire want to play with, just pushing the tempo there. And Jones on the rim getting a foul and heading to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
27 points a game opening the season here for Ashley Jones. Has 4 sisters back home in Iowa. Courtney, Ashley, Aubrey, Kelsey and Bailey. They're the 5 Jones girls. Every name, by the way, if you've cottoned on, ending in EY.
Yeah, and what a case of keeping up with the Joneses. All athletes and playing their trade at all sorts of different levels, as we see Key handle up high, getting into an action with Stella Beck.
A very good evening or early morning to the Jones family. No doubt Dad Brian and Mum Lisa will be watching on. In and out for Florencia Chagas. Here is Ashley Jones, tied up at 2 apiece. Tough pass inside to McSpadden. Doubled down low. Schneider now. Hokianga, tough pass, ends up with McSpadden on the give and go. Kirasome can't score. Beck with the rebound.
And once again, we see that tempo and ball movement we saw in the Rapid League for the Five carrying over to this Tauihi game.
Hot start. Couple of points each. Tempo is good. A lot of talent on the court. Beck. Tamari Key just stumbled inside. Copped a bit of a clip there from Lara McSpadden. 2 tallest players in season 2024. Tauihi, Lara McSpadden, the Aussie, and the American Tamari Key. Pardon the pun, but that is a key matchup tonight. Here's Beck inside. Key too big, too strong. 4 points early for her.
And I think that's the tempo that the Queens need to play out, where they can get Key involved just a little bit slower. Take advantage of the size of Brown and Key. Even Horston is one of the bigger guards. And for the Five, once again, pushing that tempo.
Schneider brings it in. She goes up against her former team, the Hoi Ho, on Sunday afternoon down in Dunedin. Get your tickets for that one. There's Jade Kirasome, the Kiwi, to the Aussie. McSpadden drains the 3.
And she's doing it all. Rebounding the ball very well this season and able to step out and knock that down. I don't think Key wants to get out there and guard that, as we see Horston going to work on the baseline. Sweet
shot, wasn't it? Short corner 2 for Jordan Horston. Her first points tonight. Queens out by 1. There's Jones. Prolific scorer. 19 WNBA games for Ashley Jones. Drafted by the Dallas Wings. Kirasome here, late on the clock, over the top of Key. Key with the rebound. Queens to come out, or do they? Hokianga, nice little hands in there. Nearly thieved it away from Florencia Chagas. Queens to hold possession, out by 1 inside the opening 3 minutes of this one tonight.
Yes, and the Queens here with a great possession, great opportunity to build on this 1-point lead. Let's see how they can execute here as we see Horston get a feed in the key.
And a great pass. Look at that. The 3 lady vols right there, ladies and gentlemen. Horston, Brown, Key, and Horston comes up with the strip. On the move, Jordan Horston gets the drop.
And just like just like that, a 5-point lead. And which I talked about the pace of the Five right there. The Queens giving them a little taste of their own medicine.
Jones for three. What a moment that was for Horston, Brown and Key. First time playing basketball together this season since their days back in Tennessee with the Lady Vols. Horston draws contact. It has been one of the biggest stories, of course, of season 2024. Just the chance for these three young ladies to reunite and play basketball again.
Oh, look like their old college days. They haven't missed a beat. Ball movement there, the extra pass, and a great score at the end of it.
So Horston making her presence felt early in this one. Queens out by 5. The Seattle Storm star. First one good from the Chemist Warehouse. She spent a bit of time there last Sunday, 82% from the stripe in her opening game, and she drains a couple just like that. Queens out by 7.
And what a great start for the Queens. Both their import stars, 6 apiece so far, as we see Jones answer back from 3.
Look at that, Ashley Jones. What an answer. Horston, a 3 for her. Yes, indeed. Big shots from the two WNBA stars tonight. Jones at one end, Horston at the other. And this is exactly what this crowd has come to see. Chagas reaching in with the foul. Friday night hoops up and firing in the Tauihi. And plenty of excitement already, Miles Pearce.
Indeed, and even more excitement checking onto the floor as we see Park check in, and we know she can score the ball.
No doubt about that. Jihorn Park, Korean international, 24 years of age. She's been in good form over the opening 2 games of the season for the Queens. Long shot in and out for Schneider. McSpadden. Oh, well done. 4 offensive rebounds a game so far this season, and that's what she does, keeps it alive. She'll do some shopping from the Chemist Warehouse for the end one. And the two centres are having a big say in this game early as Tamari Key takes a break now. Good start for her tonight. Yeah,
great start for her, and it's great to see the Queens getting her involved. And sometimes it's just being used to playing with a certain type of player, and some of these Queens probably not used to playing with someone of Tamari Key's size, 6'6", being able to deliver her the ball down low.
Horston already has 9 points. Key has 6. Little hand in there. Very, very good from Schneider. Over. McKenna Dale into the action for the Phi. The Kiwi sharpshooter. Back of the iron. Jones keeps it alive, or does she? No, she runs out of territory. The real estate closes up, and the Queens come up with possession. They lead by 5 midway through the first. Florencia Chagas has turned it over. Just lost a handle on it.
Yeah, youthful exuberance from Hokianga up the floor, putting that pressure on, and Argentinian international gets a little flustered and turns that over. Ball back with the Phi.
Queens shooting at 75% at the moment, 6 of 8. Horston nearly stripped it away. McSpadden, though, clean hands inside, and she's already got 7 in the game. Good start for Lara McSpadden tonight. Phi close to within 3. Pass, too hot. Another turnover for Chagas. A steal for Dale. Hokianga, the young gun, can't get the drop on the 3. Brown with a rebound, and now Horston steadies for the Queens.
Yeah, that won't be Brown's first rebound or last rebound. Sorry, it won't be her last rebound for the game as Horston fires from deep.
She's up to 12 in the game, Jordan Horston. 2 of 2 from downtown. What a start tonight from the WNBA star. Schneider inside. Too much on it. Jordan Horston shot 6 of 22 in her opening game off an international flight last week. Right now, she's 4 of 5. And it is a completely different shooting night for the star.
Yeah, we talked about the excitement that she can bring to the game, as we said. Phi knocked down another triple, but a week of just sleeping here and getting used to everything. Horston's on fire to start this game.
So too is Ashley Jones. That triple for her. She's got 8 in the game. Here's Park, her first real touch offensively. Hokianga did well defensively. Brown now looking back for Park. Good hand. It falls to Horston. Can't get the drop. Well done, Jihun Park to knock it out. And the Queens go again. Here's a mismatch inside. Jihun Park spinning is called for too long in the key. Violation. 18-15 with 3:22 to play. Just feels like there's something exciting with every touch of the ball right now, Miles.
Yeah, a frenetic pace right now, which probably suits the Fire a little more, but the Horston factor for the Queens is just keeping them in front right now.
Kirasome steps around McSpadden twice and then fires away from three. McSpadden, another offensive board, and that's becoming a problem for the Queens right now as McSpadden jumps up to 9 points and a couple of offensive rebounds already.
With Tamari Key sitting on the bench at the moment, rebounding for the Queens is coming from Lou Brown, but the Fire doing a great job keeping her active and boxing out as we see Horston put the ball on the floor and get fouled. But you're right, that offensive rebounding needs to be tidied up, or else this game is going to go the way of the Fire.
Horston proving a handful. Chemist Warehouse stats. Jordan Horston, 12 points already in the game, 3 rebounds, a steal and an assist. Ashley Jones has 8 for the Fire. McSpadden has 7. Here's Lou Brown for 2. Nice mid-range jumper.
And I thought she needed a few more touches last week offensively. She did such a good job round 1, as we see Snyder fire away from 3, off on that one. The Queens managed to keep possession, fire away a long pass. Chagas scores an easy 2.
Nice work, wasn't it? Jihun Park with the defensive tap to Horston. Horston with the quarterback pass to Chagas. Florencia Chagas becomes the first non-lady volunteer to score tonight for the Queens. They've had a great start, Horston, Brown and Key. Horston with another rebound. That's her 4th. Brown settles it down. Horston spinning, good hand in there. Schneider, it falls out to Chagas. 10 on the shot clock, the pass hot to Jihun Park inside. Chagas with the assist. And now Jones one into the other as the Queens defense falls asleep.
Yeah, and you just can't do that against a team that wants to push the pace and get this tempo going. No one stopping the ball, going coast to coast and an easy score.
Ashley Jones has 10. Florencia Chagas on the putback.
And she is starting to heat up, getting her teammates involved. I love what the Queens are doing right here to play with this same tempo as we see Brown get a foul out top as Snyder puts the ball on the floor and drives.
26 points already in this opening quarter for the Queens. Jones and McSpadden have 17 of the Fire's 19 points. Jordan Horston, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists and 1 steal and 2 threes.
And we're not even at the quarter break yet. I told you, a couple of days rest and she'll be good.
What a start. And a block. Mark that down to Horston. McSpadden. Smiler, step back, 3, drains it, young Kaylee Smiler.
I know a few Smiler of the Smiler clan. Shout out to Isaiah, but I don't know any of the Smilers that'll turn down an open 3 like that. Great to see her knocking that one down and keeping it close.
Margin at 4, Horston inside, turnaround jumper, bread and butter for Jordan Horston. Made it look easy. 14 first quarter points now for Horston. And Jones responds at the other end. Guts and determination on the drive. She moves to 12 points in this opening quarter. And the Fire come back. 20 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Ashley Jones.
That was amazing. Great skip pass to an open 3. Catch and shoot, and the Fire just pushing that tempo and cutting the lead to 1.
We're talking about Horston with 14. Jones has got 15. Hunter from the corner. can't finish. And at quarter time, what a start tonight. Queens leaded by 1, 28-27. It is the Jordan Horston and Ashley Jones show. Dominant performances by both players. And a lot of entertainment for the fans in GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi tonight. Queens leaded by 1, second quarter coming up after the break. Don't go away.
Come on, we go. Make some noise for later, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so what you guys are going to do, you're going to make a bucket, you're going to come down, grab a bit of prawn over for Sal's pizza, and do it again. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Go get that first bucket. Still now available at all sales factories across New Zealand. Grab yourself to a combination of your famous music, pepperoni.
No mai hoki mai, welcome back. What a quarter to start this one tonight. Queens lead by 1. Jordan Horston and Ashley Jones, absolutely outstanding. Miles Pearce.
Unbelievable start to this game, so quick. Tempo is probably going to favour the Fire if it keeps up this way. But right now, 28-27, and it was a thrilling first quarter here.
So the Fire to get the opening possession of this second quarter. Ashley Jones, quite outstanding. And she's going to score some more here, you would think. 15 points in the opening quarter for Ashley Jones, 5 of 7 shooting. 3 of 5 from long range, 2 of 2 from the Chemist Warehouse already. Jordan Horston has 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 threes. As Jones adds another one, 16 in the game for her. McSpadden, 9 points, 4 rebounds for the Phi. Tamari Key has 6 points for the Queens. But right now, unless the Queens can find a way to stop Ashley Jones, the Fire well and truly in business. They take the lead. Out by 1. Horston has Jones in front of her. Fires over the top. McSpadden, 5th rebound of the game for her.
What's impressed me with the Queens, they shot 66% in that first quarter, just absolutely on fire. But what kept the Fire in the game, they knocked down 5 triples.
And now Park commits the foul. She's claiming it was all ball, but Ashley Jones is headed back to the stripe. She is switched on right now. 158 games, 158 starts for the Iowa State Cyclones. More than 3,000 points, nearly 1,400 rebounds in her collegiate career. 3 WNBA teams in 2023, Dallas, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. And I'm told the family's restaurant in Iowa, Jonesy's Restaurant, the best breaded pork tenderloins in the state of Iowa. Jihoon Park answers with 2. How about that? Would you like some breaded pork tenderloins?
Oh yeah, that'd get me some good old cooking, home cooking stuff. I'm in here for it. Definitely here for it.
How's that? Jonesy's Restaurant. Give them a plug tonight. Here's McKenna Dale, just splits the gap, doesn't get the roll. Unlucky there for McKenna Dale. Did all the heavy lifting. And now Horston to Brown, catch and shoot. back of the iron.
Yeah, long on that one, but a great shot generated off some good ball movement. And you see the Whai keeping up that tempo.
Kirasome. Dale for three. Yes, indeed, McKenna Dale. They are dropping left, right and centre for the Whai tonight. Long-range shooting. They are bang on. Their sixth triple of the game. Chagas now, mid-ranger. Lou Brown just does not miss from there.
No, I love that action where she's catches that ball on the short roll. That action with Chagas is very efficient. As we see an offensive foul call.
Yeah, on McSpadden, moving screen. She's just checking in for the call. 9 points, 5 rebounds already for Lara McSpadden tonight. If you've just joined us, Ashley Jones, league leading scorer after 2 rounds, averaging 27 points a game. In under 12 minutes tonight, already has 19.
Well, you talk about McSpadden, 9 and 5. If you're 2 minutes into the second quarter, you're pretty happy with 9 and 5. But Jones, just 19 points as we see McSpadden steals that one away.
Yeah, at a steal as well. Another three. No, oh, another offensive rebound. McSpadden could have gone back straight up there. Jones now on the turnaround. Just while we're on Ashley Jones watch, the all-time record score in a game, in and out there for Horston, in Tauihi is 37 points. So keep an eye on that tonight. You would think Ashley Jones is a big, big chance. Tess Madgen, of course, the former Australian Opal, is the holder of that record for the Kahu. Last year had 37 in a game.
And right now we've got 2 candidates, Horston and Jones, just both 14 and 19 already as we get to 7:30 mark here in the second. Both in danger of ripping off that league title of highest score.
Here's Horston inside to Key. Called for the offensive foul, just dropping that elbow. And it'll be a turnover. Possession back with the Whai. They lead by 2. So many good matchups in this game, isn't there?
Yeah, across the board, and even right now as we see Florencia Chagas and Pallas Hokianga just doing battle before the ball's even inbounded.
What a good opportunity that is for young Pallas Hokianga tonight, going up against the Argentinian, who is another WNBA drafted player as well, Florencia Chagas, of course MVP from the 2022 Tauihi Grand Final, leading the Queens to a championship. Speaking of leading, Jones, oh, McSpadden again, getting up for another offensive rebound, unable to finish. Here's Ji-Hoon Park inside to Horston, elevates over the top, gets the soft touch, and another 2 for her. She has 16.
That scoring title is in danger right now. Both teams getting it done at a very efficient clip, with the 2 stars leading the way.
Clumsy stuff from the Whai. It may just come off. Shot clock at 6. Hokianga now wants McSpadden, ran straight into Beck. Surely a travel there, you would have thought. No whistle, and Jones comes up with the 2. Surprised there that there was no whistle.
There was the ball got knocked out of Hokianga's hand, so maybe that sort of reset the dribble count, but not quite sure as we see Park fire away from 3 and knock that one down.
Good setup there for the Queens. Jordan Horston asking for a rest right now. Expect to see her subbed out in a moment. Smiler misses from long range. Now Chagas has no one running with her. Pulls up for 3. Florencia Chagas. Back-to-back triples for the Queens. They lead by 1. And we've got a whistle here. Timeout has been called. We're just going to check this because the Whai haven't called a timeout. It was their inbound ball. And I think correctly, Alex Stojcevic's just going, hey, hang on a second here. We didn't call anything. Why have we got a whistle and a stop in the game? So some confusion there for the Queen officials, and maybe a little bit unlucky there for the Whai.
Well, it's a little bit unlucky for the Whai, but it's also a great time they had a sub on the bench. So with the referees blowing the whistle, they can get their sub into the game. But you're right, a little mix-up from the bench. I believe the Queens had asked for a timeout earlier, and then just in the run of play that got called when the Whai were inbounding the ball.
Jones up to 21 points now. Horston has 16. Well, Horston wanted a sub and a break. She's actually just had a minute's break standing on the court, so probably a good outcome for Horston and the Queens. Turnover, Queens to get possession here.
Yeah, I think both teams benefit from the no timeout. Horston getting a little bit of a break, and the Whai, as mentioned, getting that sub in. As we can see, this up the floor pressure, trying to force that up-tempo speed from the Queens as Park fires away, knocks one down from the other side.
Bang, bang. Good eyes from Stella Beck there as well. Last 3 baskets for the Queens have all been triples, and they're back out by 7. So on a run here right now, 43 plays 36. Smiler, McSpadden wants it inside. She's got size on Chagas. Horston got a hand on that. It's going to count though. Goaltend. And the points will go the way of the Whai. McSpadden has 11. And she's also dominated the boards as well. 7 rebounds, including 4 of those being offensive. That's what she averages per game on the season for O'Rebs. She's got 4 in the game already. Tiana Clark has stepped out for the Queens. Jordan Horston taking a break.
The break she was asking for a moment ago. I do like what Stella Beck is doing for this Queens team. She can score the ball, but tonight she is playing the role of facilitator as we see Park get off the dribble and throw that down low.
Chagas now for 3. A little bit deep. That's going to come up Queens ball. Queens going very guard heavy here. Midway through the second. Eva Langton coming on for her first run, replacing McKenna Dale. Queens 5 of 9 from 3-point range. Whai 6 of 16. 16 of the Whai's 31 shots have been from outside the arc. All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Here's Chagas, who's fouled. Langton with the clip. And Florencia Chagas is going to do some extra shopping at the Chemist Warehouse tonight. 3 shots coming up for her.
Yeah, Langton there just picking up the foul. Unfortunately, the way the Queens are shooting the ball, the Whai have got to get out a little extra closer and challenge every single shot. That one there, just a little bit of contact before Chagas had landed. So she's off to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line for 3, knocking down the first.
And she'll be happy with that. It was her 1 weak spot last week in her opening game of the season, just 33%. 1 of 3 from the line against the Kahu. She's 2 of 2 right now. Horston back on the floor. 16 points, 5 rebounds for her. She has been filling the stat sheet up. Great crowd in attendance tonight. The stand behind our commentary position, nice and full. 2 of 3 in the end for Chagas. Margin at 7. Both teams have their BNZ player timeout to use for the opening half. Here's Schneider. Good matchup with Ji-Hoon Park. Langton, the lefty, on the drive against her former team. Sends it back. Rebound, Chagas has Horston up the floor. Missed her on the pass. Ji-Hoon Park now swings it out to Stella Beck. They teamed up moments ago. They team up again. This time, the 3 is for Stella Beck. Timeout for the Whai. All smiles for the Queens. Moments ago, it was Beck setting up Park for 3. This time, it was Park setting up Beck. And it's a 10-point margin, Miles Pearce. The Queens are making their move.
They are indeed, and they're doing it from the 3-point line. I thought before the game that their size would be the thing that really played out into this game and helped them get a victory, but they are dominating from the 3-point line here in the second quarter.
Queens came into the game after the opening 2 rounds as the lowest 3-point shooting team in the competition. Less than 21% from the arc. They ranked 5th in the competition. But gee, they've turned that around so far tonight. 6 of 11 from deep at 54%. And it has become a key strength tonight against the Phi.
And that has been the Phi's strength. They shoot the ball a lot from the 3-point line, and they shoot it very, very well. They knocked down 5 in the first quarter, only able to add another 1 or 2 so far here in the second, and the Queens building that lead on their hot shooting.
We mentioned Ashley Jones with 21 points so far in the game for the Phi. Tess Madgen has that Tauihi record at 37 points. It's certainly not rare territory for Ashley Jones, though. Her career high at college, just a handy 41.
Oh, is that all? Is that all? Well, right now she's on track for almost a 50-piece if she keeps scoring at the rate she's going. No pressure, though.
Well, Horston is now picking up Ashley Jones. Bit of a foot slide there from Lena Schneider mid-court. Maybe lucky to get away with that. Now she gets on the drive against Ji-Hoon Park. Park does well. Turnover, steal from Chagas. We know she's a thief, and she adds 2. This crowd going wild here tonight in Porirua. One of the best thieves in Tauihi, Florencia Chagas, 3 steals last week against the Kahu, and a big one right there. She's back to the stripe.
And that's one of those things that the Phi have just come from that timeout where they're trying to stop the run, and that steal, score, and the and one really adds that pressure on the scoreboard to the Phi.
12 points in the game now for Chagas. Schneider, been a tough one for her so far, hasn't scored. Park closing her down, pass goes inside to Kirasome, back out to Schneider. It's going to be a late shot here over Park. There was definitely contact there. Another offensive rebound for McSpadden. Oh, big block attempt over the back from Horston, who's called for the foul. I reckon the Phi hard done by there on the Schneider 3. Definitely looked like contact on the arm from Chagas, I think it was. In the end, McSpadden finds her way back to the Chemist Warehouse.
Yes, and she's just doing her work inside right now, doing a great job on the boards, particularly on the offensive end, earning extra possessions for the Phi, which is what they need. She needs to be able to knock that down to eat into this lead.
5 offensive rebounds for Lara McSpadden, the 25-year-old out of Newcastle. WNBL experience in Australia with Sydney and Townsville. Gold medalist at the under-17 World Champs with the Sapphires as well. Chagas, corner. Park has been deadly tonight from 3. Ji-Hoon Park.
Her catch and shoot game is on another level. That's her 3rd triple. All 3 coming from those corners.
And answering McKenna Dale, who can drop a 3 as well. Gee, we've seen a lot of action from range tonight. Ashley Jones, good hand in there on Horston. Schneider shut down by Beck. Bit of contact, no whistle, and the Queens come up with it. Beck from Horston for 2. What about that for a dime?
That is a great pass, great hands from Beck, and the lefty finish. Very impressive play all around.
Steal, mid-court. Chagas fell over, got up, got it back to Horston. Desperation. Horston, deep 2. Margin at 16. Timeout for the Phi. What about that from Florencia Chagas? Wowee.
What a great passage of play, and forcing the Phi to call a timeout to just absolutely stop this dominating run from the Queens.
Chagas with her 2nd steal of the game. And she actually fell over Miles Pierce, scrambled back to her feet and made something out of it for the Queens. They're on a big run, aren't they? 30-point second quarter right now for the Tokomanawa Queens. We're starting to see that scoring punch that we all knew that this talented team was going to be able to deliver this season.
Yes, indeed, and probably a little bit of an issue for the Fires that no MC here tonight, no Jaeger here tonight, who would definitely help on both ends of the floor, scoring the ball and being able to stop some of these unbelievable shooting performances from the Queens.
When you say MC, we're talking about Michaela Cowling, of course, Phi superstar, another WNBA player. The good news for the Phi is she's now in New Zealand. She missed the first couple of weeks back in the States coming off foot surgery. She's now landed in New Zealand, and they're hoping, I believe, that she will be fit and ready to play next week. So looking forward to seeing Michaela Cowling. Guess who the Phi play next week in round 4?
They play in Taupo, don't they? I know where they're playing. Who are they playing?
Playing against the Queens. Palace Hokianga out of that timeout. Nice response from the young point guard. Getting big minutes now with Morgan Jaeger sitting with a broken wrist. Horston pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse, in and out. Brown battling with it against McSpadden. It's going to be a Phi ball.
And right now, great effort for the Phi to control that and get one of those rebounds. They need to be able to generate more good looks and try and get something for McSpadden down low, or Jones, who's just doing a great job, hasn't been able to add to a 21.
Horston, steal, great hands. She's got length, hasn't she? Little bit of a head wobble and fake there. Looking for contact, no whistle. Dale comes up with it, has Hokianga on the run. Here she is, the youngster. Had a chance from outside, goes inside, doesn't get the roll. Beck with the rebound.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Hokianga missed McSpadden, who was just running down the lane and was open for a moment. But the runner didn't go. Gives the Queens the ball back and see if they can add to their lead.
Both teams still have their BNZ player timeout. Stepping back off the Lou Brown screen. Chagas can't complete. Another rebound. McSpadden dominating the boards here tonight. That is rebound number 10. She's got a double-double, 12 and 10 in the opening half. Hokianga gets Horston off the floor. Dale came from nowhere. I'm not sure the pass was intended for her.
No, I don't think it was, but great hands picking it up as Chagas in transition takes out Palace Hokianga and takes herself to the Chemist Warehouse for a trip.
She's had a big quarter, hasn't she, Florencia Chagas? 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals. She's got 7 assists so far tonight, Florencia Chagas. That may be a Queen's record. If not, it's very close to it.
Mr. Lacey will know the answer to that one, but you're right. Her fingerprints are all over this second quarter, whether it's scoring the ball or getting teammates involved. She is dominating and leading the Queens to this big lead.
And she drains another couple from the Chemist Warehouse. So a huge second quarter tonight from the Queens and from Florencia Chagas. Here's Jones, sends it to the corner. Through hands, Hokianga. Dale shut down by Horston, gets on the drive now. Nowhere to go, McSpadden. Deep 2, in and out, rebound, Ji-Hoon Park.
She has been a little quiet from what we've seen in the first couple of games on the rebound side, but knocking down those corner triples. Let's see what the Queens can come up with here as we come to the end of the second quarter.
2 rebounds for Park tonight, but as you said, 13 points. She hasn't missed a shot. She's a perfect 5 of 5. Queens get it back here with 37 seconds to play. BNZ player timeouts are live for both teams. Margin at 16. Queens have 60 on the board. Chagas. Deep 3. That's going to be short. McSpadden another rebound. The Phi now looking to steady. They need some points late here. They need to take some confidence in to the halftime break. Smiler through traffic. Dale now. Down low, McSpadden. Shot clock at 7. He's doubled inside. Sends it to the corner for 3. In and out.
With that one. Offensive rebound, Jones.
They go again. They're not going to use their BNZ player timeout. A couple of big opportunities there for the Phi. And And an opportunity goes begging. Should have used their BNZ player timeout, maybe a couple of times there. And the Queens lead this one at the half, 60-44. That second quarter, Miles Pearce, 32-17.
Yeah, for the Fire, you've got to be kind of happy with 44 points at halftime. Unfortunately for them, defensively, giving up 60 points in the half is not good enough. That's not going to get them a win here today.
So much action tonight. Round 3 underway. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi Basketball playing the Phi tomorrow afternoon at Cal Stadium down in Christchurch. Already hearing that game is nearly sold out. And then the Southern Hoi at home Sunday afternoon. That game also live on Sky Sport TikTok. They take on the Phi. Also gives us a chance, Miles, to say hello to all of our viewers tonight right around the world. ESPN3 in the United States. We know it's early morning there. Hope you're all well. Thanks for tuning in. FIBA YouTube right around the world. Great to have you with us as well. And of course here in New Zealand, the home of basketball on Sky Sport. Halftime here. Chemist Warehouse stats coming up in just a moment. The Queens leading at 60-44.
What you're going to do is you're going to go to a pudding spoon, you're going to grab a ball and make a bucket. Once you make the bucket, only then you can steal the ball from the other net. But one at a time for each bucket you make. You ready? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. One at a time, one at a time. Once all the ones in the we got now 30 seconds. And whoever's going.
No mai hoki mai, welcome back to Porirua tonight. What a first half of basketball. GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi. The Queens a 32-17 second quarter, and they lead this game 60-44. Stars everywhere. They have definitely come to play tonight. This entire competition has gone to an all-new level in 2024. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Miles Pearce. We'll start off with point scorers, and there's been a couple of absolute beauties.
They need a little, those other scorers, McSpadden and Jones, need a little more help.
Inclusion round in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi Friday night hoops. Hope you're enjoying it. Been a heck of a game so far, and we're only halfway through. Queens leaded by 16, third quarter coming up after the break. Welcome back to Porirua tonight. Thanks for joining us. Great to have your company wherever you may be watching right around the world. Half-time, and it's a 16-point margin for the Ansco Tokomanawa Queens. And the poll at the moment, 63% going for the Queens. And based on what we saw in that second quarter, they might be on the money. What a second quarter it was by the Queens. 32 points to 17. They've scored 60 for the game. Coming in after the opening 2 rounds, they were the lowest scoring team in the competition at just over 72 points a game.
Yeah, and it's amazing what you can do when you've got a full deck of cards, and the Queens are definitely benefiting from having all that talent. Horston leading the way with 18, Chagas 14, and Park. What a spark off the bench she's been. 13, hasn't missed a shot, just on fire from the corner, knocking down 3 triples.
Well, Ashley Jones will be the player to watch, no doubt, for the Phi in this third quarter. Came out absolutely firing tonight. She's got 21 points to the half, but the Queens did do a good job of slowing her down in that second quarter.
They did indeed. They did make some really good adjustments, and you know, to hold her to 21, she had 21 with a couple of minutes into the second and finished the quarter with 21. They did a much better job as the game went on.
Spoke to Ashley before the game, and she talked about her family and how they all got up at 1:30 in the morning to watch these games and watch her playing here in New Zealand. Love the fact that she's got those 4 sisters at home, Courtney, Aubrey, Kelsey, and Bailey. Bailey's the 13-year-old. She's the youngest one. She hasn't gone off to college yet. But if you look across the rest of the family, Courtney's already graduated from Illinois. Aubrey is currently at Oklahoma. Kelsey is at Iowa State. And, of course, Ashley is an all-time star at Iowa State. 158 games and more than 3,000 points. So a good evening or a very good morning to the Jones family, also to Mum and Dad, Brian and Lisa. We hope you're enjoying all of the action from here in New Zealand. The Phi, though, do have a little bit of work to do. They're down by 16.
Yeah, I'm sure they're enjoying the family performance, but as a team performance, the Phi have got some defense to play. 60 and a half is too many, as we see Horston get to the rim and can't finish. Own rebound, can't finish that one.
May get a third opportunity, though, on the step back. Jordan Horston eventually. Doesn't matter how you get them, you just got to get them. She's up to 20 in the game.
And I think that she made the toughest one of those 3, but like you said, up to 20 points and leading the way for the Queens.
Added a couple of rebounds in all of that as well. She's got 7 of them. So a good start for the Queens in this third quarter. Now under some shot clock pressure. Jones, shot clock down to 5, has to do something magic. Leaves it short. That's come off Schneider. And the Queens to get possession. Lena Schneider's an interesting one to have a look at on the stat sheet. League leading scorer in 2022 with 20 points per game. Has only put up the 4 shots tonight and has not scored. Horston for another 2 puts it down.
And now she is the game's leading scorer with 22. But you're right, Snyder can score the ball. Only four shots so far. The Phi have got to be able to generate some looks for her, as we see the Queen's defense on Jones denying her and not letting her get a catch.
Tough shot there for McSpadden. Schneider averaged 19 field goals attempted per game in 2022. She's only put up 23 in total in 2.5 games so far this season. Turnover there off the hands of Chugga. So look at the run of Lara McSpadden, turner speed.
Getting out on the break all alone, finishing that one. And you're right, I'd like to see the Phi try and figure out, as I said, how to get Snyder involved a little more offensively. Jones is killing it, but she needs a little bit of help.
Great screen there for Tamari Key, opening it up for Chuggas, unable to finish. Hokianga around Florencia Chuggas. That's the way to build some confidence for the young star.
Young star indeed, going against the Argentinian international. Able to cross her over and score on the little rondo inside hand finish.
Confirmation that Queen's record assists as Horston adds another 2 is 7. So Chuggas on track tonight to set a new record for dimes for a Queen's player. Here's McKenna Dale running in to Chuggas and also Lou Brown. on the travel and a turnover. Gee, Jordan Horston has put the foot down already in this third quarter. She's added another 6. She's up to 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block, and a couple of triples.
Well, before the season and after she signed and before she got here, the hype was all around her WNBA career and just coming straight from Seattle. All that hype is real. Watching her performance here tonight, she is outstanding.
Ji-Hoon Park, what a second quarter she had. Oh, how did she do that? Ji-Hoon Park made that look so easy, and I've got to tell you, that is a tough basket as Schneider finally scores. How did Ji-Hoon Park do that?
Just that little running, scooping, on the move, floating shot. That was incredible. Great finish there. Add that to your bag of tricks. 15
in the game for Ji-Hoon Park. Schneider has finally scored her first points of the game. Margin at 17. Both of these teams putting on an offensive show. Speaking of offensive shows, unable to finish Horston. McSpadden with her 13th rebound of the game. Hokianga surrounded by Queen singlets. Travels in the end. Pressure from Beck, from Brown, from Park. And they force the turnover.
Yeah, they're really getting after a Hokianga, that young guard, trying to pressure her and speed her up. We saw her get one over Shughouse a few possessions ago, but that pressure gets the better of her there.
Here's Park, has not missed tonight for her 15 points. Not sure that Tamari Key was expecting that. Hokianga all of a sudden ends up with McSpadden inside, another 2 for her. She's having a great game, 16 points, 12 rebounds.
Yeah, they've just need a little more help. Jones and McSpadden are doing it all alone, as we see another shot there from Horston. Misses that one, a rare miss for her tonight.
She thought she got a bit of a scrape down the arm there. Jones in the corner. I think a hand on that from Horston. Put that down for a block. Just another stat for her. Margin at 15. Better start to this third quarter for the Phi. Here's Key. Looking for Horston, but then she commits an offensive foul. I reckon Ashley Jones made sure that the coin official saw every bit of that. And that might be her 4th foul. It is.
Yeah, that's a little bit of foul trouble there. So the size there that McSpadden was doing battle against Key gets to the bench, and McSpadden may be able to take advantage as we see a great drive. Jones takes a hard hit to the floor and gets up, dusts herself off, and she's going to be walking to the Chemist Warehouse free throw line.
Lou Brown with the foul. Looked pretty clean upstairs, maybe not down lower. And Jones heads back to the stripe. She's 6 of 6 from the Chemist Warehouse tonight. Good for her. It's probably been just the one blemish on her start to the Tauihi season. Came in at 63% from the stripe. 7 of 7 tonight. Her first point of this third quarter. She's up to 22. Red hot start in the opening minutes. And she now has 23. So they're just chipping into this now, the Phi, aren't they? Margin at 13. Queens looking to settle. Horston, quick hands inside, gets it back though. Park, her first miss of the night, and the Phi escape.
Yeah, the Queens came out hot, got up to a 20-point lead. The Phi have just managed to chip away, and they got that back to 13. Anything's possible if they can get this to around single digits for the start of the fourth.
Jones the target there on the pass from Hokianga. I think the foul might be Ji-Hoon Park. It is. And it'll be a baseline ball for the Phi. I think we've got a timeout coming up, have we? We have, called by the Queen. So Coach Tanya Tupu just wants to settle her team down here. They did push the lead out to 20. It's now back down to 13, and the Whai just making a fist of it right now, midway through the third quarter.
And they're doing it in blue-collar fashion, really. A lot of some deflections, a good job on the glass, and they're trying to figure out how to get Jones involved. She's only scored 2, but a couple of other people stepping up and adding to the scoreboard.
A couple of league records or team records to look out for tonight. Previous best for assists last year for the Queens, 7 for Chrysalyn Carr. At the moment, Florencia Chagas has tied that up with 7. And the best score for the Whai back in 2022, Tiana Clark had 34 points. That was the night when she hit 11 threes against the Pauakai in that 34. So she currently holds the scoring record for the Whai. Ashley Jones on 23 right now.
Yes, and Clark's not going to help the Whai tonight because she's over in Queen's colours.
If she scores a 3 for the Whai tonight, Tiana Clark, that'll probably make the news.
I think it would. I don't know how many times you can score for the other team, particularly from 3. But hey, I'm sure it's been done somewhere.
Oh, have you ever seen someone score a 3 for the opposition?
I've seen a lot of kids basketball where fast breaks go the other way. As we see Brown take that away. Horston on the push.
And fouled by McSpadden, who tried to get up for the block. Jordan Horston has literally gone back to the change rooms after all of that. She rejoins us on the court now, has a bit of a smile about it. Got to say, Lara McSpadden has been a real competitor tonight. 16 points, shooting at 70%, 13 rebounds, 5 of those offensive. Really love the way that she's gone about it. You had a good chat to her before the game. Yeah,
it turns out we grew up not far apart. She's from Newcastle, and I got to have a chat and hear a little bit about her story. And she's played in the WNBL in Australia for the Flames and the Fire. So it's great to see her in this league doing her thing. Jordan
Horston hit the first from the Chemist Warehouse, missed the second. Lou Brown gave it back to her, and she added another 2. So the Queens come out of that timeout in good shape. Out to 16, the margin now. Kira Some's been well shut down tonight. McSpadden wanted it inside. Smiler's got nowhere to go on Beck. Stella Beck did really well. Does Schneider keep it in? No, she doesn't. Jade Kirasome came into this game with a career best 15 points last week against the Kahu. She's 0 of 7 so far tonight, unable to score.
Yeah, and sometimes you've got nights like that. It's how can you contribute to your team in other ways? Defensively, glass, assist, whatever it might be.
Chagas dumps it off for Brown, just reaches up, gets it back, now has to go to work on McSpadden. Did really well, McSpadden, defensively. Now Jones, Kirasome just having one of those nights. Fumbled that one. Gave it back to the Queens. 27 in the game for Horston now. She's on her way to a 30-piece. And maybe, just maybe, we need to start talking about her as far as the Tauihi scoring record goes. Will she surpass that 37 points? Brown on the putback.
Brown doing what she does very well, rebounding the ball, scoring inside. And I agree, Horston could be in that conversation to beat that 37, and she could be in the conversation to beat herself later in the season the way she's playing.
She's already gone past her 23 from last week. Jihon Park with the foul there. That's her 3rd personal foul. If you're new to the Tauihi competition here in New Zealand, it is a 40-minute game, but 6 personal fouls. And it does mean we get to see a bit more of the star players, which if you have a look around the crowd here in Porirua tonight, the fans are coming out in big numbers. The Queens have set a new team and league record crowd here this evening. Great to see so many people out on a Friday night.
And it's great, as you've said, great to see these people here, and why not get here? What a show these ladies are putting on.
Speaking of shows, they don't come much bigger than this. On the Euro step, if you don't mind, Jordan Horston.
She is just putting on an absolute performance here, up to 29 points, leading all scorers. Still over 13 minutes to go.
And Chagas with the foul, leaning on Kaylee Smiler. Smiler back into New Zealand. And a nice basket there for her. She'll get the bonus at the stripe. Margin at 16. Chagas, her second foul in the game. Tamari Key sitting at the moment with 4. And the bonus is good. 75 plays 60. 3 to go in this third quarter. Kirisomi up the floor on Chagas. Here's Horston. Smiler with the tough job on her right now. Horston doubled defensively, goes again. Can't get the drop. Rebound. Another one for McSpadden. She's got runners here, Kirisomi. Heads up. Schneider. Quickly closed down by Chagas. Schneider, pass inside to McSpadden was good. It ends up in the hands of Smiler. That won't go down. Chagas, look at this, on the outlet. Horston will finish. Gets up off the glass. There's the 30-piece, 31 in the game for Jordan Horston.
And with 12 minutes to go, I think that 37 is definitely in threat. Right now, the Phi need to maybe start trying to deny her or play a little 4-on-4. Horston is on fire.
Jones just does not miss from range, does she? Ashlyn Jones, her 4th triple of the night. She moves to 28. Going to be a lot to talk about tomorrow if Jordan Horston sets a new Tauihi scoring record in just her second game, but she's well on the way. Chagas pulls up for 2. McSpadden, another rebound for her. That's number 15. What's the league record on rebounds? Surely Lara McSpadden is on the way. Chagas thought that was a hook. She might have a case. Looked a bit like it.
I'm not sure what the league record is, but I believe it could be Prechtel, who was at the Hoi Hall last year.
20, 21?
Yeah, she had a game, maybe a couple of games of around that 20 mark. So we saw Lou Brown here in the opening game have 16. So there are some girls getting it done on the glass right now.
I think from memory, Ashton Prechtel, in her first game of Tauihi to open up last season, Hoi Hall versus the Queens on this court, I think she had a 20-20 game, didn't she?
Yeah, I think she caught my eye when she dunked it right in warm-up. I was like, all right, this is going to be something special, and came out with a huge game here.
Well, McSpadden has 15 rebounds in the game to go with her 16 points. Phi convert from the Chemist Warehouse. Again, they put some pressure up the floor here. Queens just holding firm. Margin back to 12, though. Fire hanging in there. Chagas has done some really big things tonight. So too Ji-Hoon Park. Can't get the 2 to drop in. She'll head back to the line. Does well to force mismatches inside Ji-Hoon Park, doesn't she? Yeah, she really does, and she's quite a tall guard. So anytime she's got that smaller guard, she can turn, lift up, and shoot right over them. And she's been doing that very well tonight, here with 15 points. Phi leading this quarter, 21-17. Park from the stripe. First one goes down. She's got 16 points. The Korean international. Add another one for her. 6 of 7 shooting tonight. 2 of 2 from the stripe. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc tonight for Ji-Hoon Park. Margin at 14. Easy 2 there in the end for Lena Schneider.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Schneider's got to get more involved, particularly on the offense. There's a Smiler, takes it away. Lou Brown with that foul.
Ball pass from Lou Brown mid-court. Jordan Horston wasn't even looking at her. And it's going to put the Phi back to the stripe. They've spent a bit of time there tonight, and they've done pretty well. Let's see what Kaylee Smiler can do here. First one is good. 7 points in the game tonight for Smiler.
Yeah, she's doing a great job playing that extra role and really helping out as she able to knock that one down. Cuts the lead to 10. the Phi get another stop or two before the end of this third, anyone's ball game.
16 of 18 from the Chemist Warehouse for the Phi tonight. Ji-Hoon Park back of the iron, and here they come, the Phi. They are on the run, feeling it. Hokianga, Schneider, Smiler getting busy. Oh, left it off her foot, sliding in. Jones keeps it alive. The Queens surround her. Look at Stella Beck. Just jumps in there and forces the jump, the possession out of the Tide ball. Will go the way of the Phi. They've got 9 on the shot clock. I think Jordan Horston was trying to be careful there. Stella Beck just said, get out of my way. This is how we do it in New Zealand.
Yeah, and this is the stuff that I love from Stella Beck. As I mentioned earlier, like she can score the ball. Only a couple of shots tonight, but really stuff in the stat sheet. Couple of rebounds, couple of steals, couple of assists. She's doing it all.
Winning this third quarter by 6. They've got a chance to bring it back to single digits here. Smiler left it behind. Schneider's going to have to do something special. Just hit the ring. Park is fouled. They do have fouls to give, though, in this third quarter. That's just their third team foul. And with 41.6 to play, margin at 10, 25-19 quarter to the Phi. Good response. Let's not forget the Queens came out and hit the first, 3 baskets of this quarter.
Yeah, led by, up 16 at the half, built a 20-point lead as we see Smiley get called for a little hands reach there, a little hand check, but built that lead to 20. So the Phi have done an outstanding job in the second half of this third quarter to claw that lead back to just 10.
4th team foul there for the Phi. So both teams in the bonus. Last few seconds of this third quarter. McSpadden stepping back onto the floor for the Phi. We've been talking up her performance tonight. It has been high class. 16 points, 15 rebounds. Here's Park. Around Jones, little jab step there. Jones reaching in over the top with the foul, and Ji-Hoon Park back to the line to have a look at another couple. And she's on her way to a big score as well. 17 tonight for Park.
What a scoring, how lucky the Queens are to have a scoring punch like that come off the bench. 17 points, chance to build her total to 19 here at the free throw line. First one's good, but what a luxury it is for coach to bring a scorer like that off the bench.
Park has rarely missed a thing tonight. 4 of 4 from the stripe, 6 of 8 from the field. Margin at 12. Heavy contact there, no whistle. McSpadden to the basket, can't finish, and now the Queens will look for the final shot. Horston's going to use the time here. It's at 10. Shot clock turned off. Horston around Brown, keeps the dribble alive for 3, back of the iron, maybe a late chance here for the Phi. Again, they pass up their BNZ player timeout opportunity. Instead, they head to the bench. And at three-quarter time, the Phi are hanging in there. Margin at 12. Grandstand finish coming up tonight. Friday night hoops in the GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi. Hope you're enjoying it. Don't go away.
What they need to do is wait up the halfway. Around themselves a couple times. That's simple. This one is going to take home the prize. The ladies ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! Molly on my left, Georgia on my right. Molly starts at the 2. One more Molly, that's it. Georgia, one more wrap around. And Molly makes the bucket. Fly work for Molly. Come on, Georgia. Circles. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Molly and Georgia. Both taking hands on the field, got game bird. Back to follow Cinca. much for Scotland. Shout out to GJ Gardner.
Not my hockey Maya, welcome back. 1 quarter to play here tonight. Queens lead it by 12. MVP vote. There's the QR code. Get on board. We want to hear from the viewers tonight. Who's your MVP? Jordan Horston leading the way at 42%. A lot of love for Florencia Chagas as well. And young Palace Hockeyunga has some fans. She's at 10%. Fourth quarter about to start. Margin was as big as 20 early in the third quarter for the Queens, but the Phi right back into it. Horston's been a star. Won't get the opening points here. They do go again though. Didn't hit the ring. Shot clock down to 8. Chagas sends it out to Brown. Gave up the shot. Gets on the drive now. Foul. McSpadden and Lou Brown headed to the Chemist Warehouse.
And that foul on McSpadden can be a little bit dangerous. Her 4th one early here in the 4th quarter. She's been such a big part of this Phi team tonight. 15 rebounds, 5 of those offensive.
Brown in and around, gets the drop. By the way, Florencia Chagas has set a new Queens record now tonight with 8 assists as Brown converts both from the coloured stripe. She's just playing her role tonight, Lou Brown. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. A little bit of everything. Queens with the opening points of this last quarter. Margin at 14. McSpadden. Hand, Chagas, that's her 3rd steal of the night. Has Beck running for her. Passes it off now, Stella Beck. Through traffic. Back to Chagas, they resettle the Queens. They shuffle around. Chagas in and around Beck twice, sends it to the corner. Brown, back to Beck. Beck on the drive now, stepping through Schneider. Can't finish off. And Lena Schneider, some tough work there. Got going a little bit in that third quarter, good signs. Exactly what was needed from Lena Schneider. Jones with the foul there. Stella Beck. I don't think Stella Beck ever comes off the court in Tauihi without a few bruises.
No, she plays so hard and she's physical on every possession. She's hit the floor on that one, and she'll probably hit the floor again. No way she's getting after it.
Queen shooting at 51% tonight. The Phi at 40%. Phi are 16 of 18 from the Chemist Warehouse. Impressive. Just as impressive, though, the Queens are 14 of 16. Queens leading the rebounds 35 to 27. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Great to have them with us again in season 2024. Great to have Florencia Chagas back with us in 2024.
Yeah, just gets on the rim and finishes with right hand, as we see. Great kick out. McKenna Dale knocking down a 3. Trying to eat into that 15-point lead, cutting it to 13.
So good from range, isn't she, McKenna Dale? She's had some finger injuries. 9 points in the game tonight. Starting to get her shot going. Earlier tonight, the Phi won the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Queens still without a win. Turnover. Chagas commits the foul in the end, stepping across in front of Ashley Jones. And I reckon the coin officials might just have a chat about this as to whether there was a play on the ball or not. I think Florencia Chagas might be an unsportsmanlike foul here. There you go. And I think that's the right call by the coin officials. It was a turnover. She stepped across without a play on the ball. And now it's going to be a couple of shots in possession for the Phi.
Yeah, and I think you could take your pick on that one, because I don't think there was a lot of a play on the ball, but it was also the lead play. So you can't just foul someone out in front. And that's Chagas' 4th. So add insult to injury.
Jones hits both from the Chemist Warehouse. 14 of 14 from the stripe tonight, and she's got 32. She's now the game high scorer. Horston with 31. So a couple of WNBA drafted players from 2023 are having a night out in New Zealand.
They are, and it's great to see that battle as we see that almost turnover. McSpadden saves that off the deflection.
Margin at 11. Chagas trying to get after it on Smiler. Dale loves a three. Can't finish. Ji-Hoon Park with the rebound. And the Queens just looking to settle here. Horston has Smiler in front of her. What an opportunity here for Kaylee Smiler to play against Horston. How's the feed to Brown?
Well, McSpadden was in that drop defense, and just Lou Brown gets behind the defense. Great pass and finish from the Queens.
4th assist for Horston. She's got 9 rebounds and 31 points. A couple of steals and a couple of blocks, and answering a big triple, Hokianga. The Phi are lurking.
They are indeed, and right now they need to get back-to-back stops with some scores in there to try and get this back to single digits. Did a great job getting it from 20 to 10. Now they got to get it under 10.
It'll be a big win if they get this. Brown, some indecision, and I reckon she's turned that over. No, the Phi are going to get it. I thought that came off the leg of Lou Brown. Coin officials have a chat. Oh, no decision, jump ball. So possession's going to go the way of the Phi. In fact, now the 3rd coin official, Amy Jo Clark, is coming in for her say. So 2 officials haven't seen it. Amy Jo Clark says she has, and it's a Queens ball. So all the officials getting involved there, and in the end, the Queens are going to come up with possession. How about that?
Well, I'm glad the officials are talking to each other to make sure that they come up with the right call. But you can see there that's only benefiting the Queens right there. And the Phi need to get a stop to try and get this to single digits.
Stella Beck just opens up for her. Too hard off the glass. The Phi now with a chance to answer through Hokianga. I think Beck got a little block there. A miss at one end, a block at the other. This game right on the line with 6.5 to go. And backcourt violation against the Queens. 14th turnover of the game, and some sloppy work.
Well, the pressure up the floor from McSpadden on that rebound, just jamming up Brown, unable to get an outlet pass away for a couple of seconds, eats into that time and forces a turnover.
I think the Phi sense an opportunity here. Beck, steal on McSpadden. Well done from the Queen's skipper. And Park just sends it back to her captain. Queens looking to deliver the knockout blow. Will it come from Lou Brown? No, doesn't drop. Look at Beck get after it, knocks it back. Chagas is fouled. And we saw this from Stella Beck back in round 1 against the Hoi Ho. Her last quarter, and just her work rate, the little things, the 50-50s, the opportunities that she gets in there and creates. We saw it against the Hoi Ho down the stretch. We're starting to see the same thing again tonight.
We are indeed, and in that play there, McSpadden's challenging a three-pointer from Brown. She's not there for the rebound. All of a sudden, Stella Beck's there, keeping that thing alive and earning extra possession for the Queens.
And if they score out of this, mark it down to Stella Beck. Deep 2, won't go down. Queens missing some opportunities right now. The Phi looking to make them pay. Dale. Parson sets the screen. Queens forcing the Phi away from the basket. Brown reaching in with the foul. Horston has the job on Ashley Jones. Horston 31 points tonight. Jones with 32. And we've got a timeout called here by the Phi. 5:41 to play. Just feels like Miles Pearce that this Phi team has a little bit of confidence right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. And this timeout for Coach Stojakovic has got to be trying to generate a great look for one of your 2 leading scorers. They're doing a fantastic job throughout the game, but right now the Queens are tightening up on defense. How are the Phi going to get a great look for one of their stars?
Queens won the first quarter tonight, 28-17. They won the second quarter in barnstorming fashion, 32-17. Whai fought back in the fourth, 25-21, and they lead this last quarter 8-6. Whai with 3 team fouls already this last quarter. Queens have 2. Round 3, of course, GJ Gardner-Holmes, Tauihi. The Pro Build ITM Mainland Pauakai up against the BNZ Northern Kahu tomorrow afternoon from Cowell Stadium. Rapid League tips off at 4 p.m. Tauihi at 5 p.m. And then on Sunday, we head down to the Deep South, down into Dunedin, where the Southern Hoiho take on the Northern Group, Taronga Whai. Rapid League tipping off at 2. And at Tauihi at 3. Grab your tickets to all of those games. A couple of big fixtures still to come in round 3. Right now, though, this one's still up for grabs. Back underway. Queens by 10. McKenna Dale forcing her way to the basket, and she's drawn a foul. So McKenna Dale will head to the stripe. Second foul of the game for Stella Beck. Both teams with 3 team fouls in this fourth quarter. And what's been of interest, Miles Pearce, is some other players are stepping up and doing a bit right now. I haven't seen a lot of Jones and Horston in this last quarter.
No, the half-time stats showed that it was only those 2 that were getting it done. We even talked about it. The other 3 starters were 1 of 14 at halftime. But this second half, they are stepping up and cutting that lead down and down and down with every possession.
Back to 8. This is where the stars come to play. Horston doubled, uses Brown inside, has Park in the corner, goes it alone, hands it off to Beck, misses everything. Brown on the putback, and the Whai again standing up defensively. And Stella Beck with the mid-court foul, her 3rd of the game. That's the 4th team foul on the Queens. And they just look like they're getting a little bit jittery.
Yeah, I love the pressure. Horston came off that on ball, and 2 Whai were after her, just trying to get that pressure, get her ball out of her hands. Whai able to disrupt the Queens and see if they can come up with a score here.
Queens have won the game for 35 minutes, but right now the Whai are finishing the stronger as McSpadden adds another 2. 18 points, 16 rebounds for her. And we're back to 6. Queens have missed some easy baskets in this last quarter. Not Florencia Chagas, though. She's down. Wonder if she's just cramped up here in that left calf. I think she has. She just calls across the medical attention of McKenna Dale and Lou Brown to help her out. The Argentinian star guard getting some attention. Big basket for her. Takes it back out to 8. That's what the Queens needed.
They did indeed. After a great Whai run, just that little basket to settle, and a little mini timeout here with the cramping of point guard Florencia Chagas. Justin, I think the Whai need to go back to that McSpadden well.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Lou Brown's got the job on her at the moment. Tamari Key out of the game relatively early with 4 fouls. We haven't seen her since that time. Chagas also has 4. Lou Brown has 4. McSpadden with 4 fouls for the Whai. Of course, 6 personal fouls in Tauihi, so nobody in massive danger right now. Margin at 8, back underway. Grace Hunter has the job on Ashley Jones right now. What a matchup that is for the youngster. In fact, she now hands that job back over to Jordan Horston.
Which is probably a good choice. Grace Hunter coming back into the game with that little injury. As we see Smiler unable to finish at the rim with the left.
This is what she should have put away. Chagas sitting with that cramp in her calf. McSpadden leaves it short over Horston. Rebound. Lou Brown. And the Queens bring it forward, looking to extend again. Horston has Dale in front of her. Dale just got a little hand on that, knocked it clear. Hokianga comes up with it on the drive. The youngster McSpadden, another offensive rebound. What a night for Lara McSpadden. Whistle's gone. Timeout Queens. McSpadden, 20 in the game. 17 rebounds, 6 offensive boards, and she brings it back to 6.
And none bigger than that rebound right there. That rebound and putback cuts it to 6, as you mentioned, Justin. And she is the offensive weapon right now for the Phi. They need to try and figure out how to get her the ball, either a catch at the rim and finish, or something on the move, because she is the one who is just getting it done here in the fourth.
Well, we've seen some comebacks already this season. The Pauakai were down 17 to the Hoi Hall last weekend, and they got up and won that game. And the Phi were down by as much as 20 earlier in the third quarter tonight. They have been on a big run since then, and they're on a run again. 14-8 last quarter so far. They're lurking. This would be a big way to start their double weekend. They head south to take on the Hoi Hoi in Dunedin on Sunday afternoon. If they can get this one, that plane flight is going to be pretty happy.
Yes, indeed. And as you mentioned, both teams coming off a loss to the Kahu last round. Both teams with a point to prove. Let's see who can finish it off here in the fourth with just under 4 to play.
Phi in a zone out of that timeout as well. Horston for 3. That looks short. It is. So a change up defensively for the Phi. I like it. Now they got runners. Oh, Beck did well there. That pass was definitely going towards McSpadden on the rim running basket to basket move. Stella Beck stopping a certain 2. And now they go from the baseline, the Phi. They want Jones. Horston right there with her. Hokianga, the youngster, sends it out. Dale. And again, another hand from Beck.
I said it earlier, Stella Beck just not necessarily scoring the ball like we know she can. 2 deflections in this possession. She's doing a great job with all the little things that sometimes don't show up on a stat sheet.
McSpadden just ragdolls Lou Brown out of it. Shot clock at 7. Smiler now around Park. Loses it off her leg. Oh, that's an interesting call. Not sure whether that one is spot on. It looked like it came off the leg. Maybe a hand in there from the Queens.
Yeah, tough angle for us here sitting courtside as we see.
Oh,
what
no.
Class. What class.
Big move there from the youngster. Just the courage to do that in the first place. Margin back to 4. Foul, Hokianga. That's the 4th team foul. Both teams in the bonus now. What about Palace Hokianga? The youngster, the whippersnapper. A little bit of cheek there, I like it.
I love it. Great heads-up play to get the ball inbound and score on that one.
And now the Queens under real pressure. Chagas, look at Hokianga get after it. She may have slid across the sideline. She has. Gee, she's making a name for herself, isn't she, Palace Hokianga? Let's not forget, just a teenager. Got the job on Florencia Chagas tonight, who again is feeling those cramps in her left calf, and I just wonder whether the Queens need to make a change here.
Well, the question is who? Because Chagas is doing an outstanding job, set a new record for the Queens in assists, scoring the ball very well. Who do they bring in to replace that talent?
They used Grace Hunter momentarily. Shot clock at 2 here. Beck's got to get a shot up, and she draws a foul right on the buzzer. 23.98 seconds of defense for the Phi. And Stella Beck goes to the Chemist Warehouse to see if she can add a couple. It definitely won't be 2. She misses the first. just under 3 to play. BNZ player timeouts available. Second one goes down, margin at 5.
And I thought McKenna Dale was unlucky. She looked pretty good on her verticality, but the referee seeing that one there. One free throw goes, lead back to 5. Let's see what the Whai can do.
Beck's got the job on Dale. Hokianga causing some real problems right now. Baseline pass picked off by Chagas, her 4th steal of the night. She wants Horston. She won't get to Horston because Kaylee Smiler takes it away. Has the run of McSpadden for 2. Turnovers costing the Queens yet again. And the margin is at 3. It's a one-shot game. Horston. Beck has some cover. Can't drain the 3. Lou Brown gets up nice and strong. Queens get it back. Haven't seen a lot of Jihun Park. Here she is now. Shot clock at 6. Horston has to do something special. Got to go. Jordan Horston off one leg. Oh, Jordan Horston.
And it's not really what coach would have drawn up, but hey, in this situation, any score is a good one as we see her get that one-legged runner to go, and the Queens come away with it again.
Jones turns it over, just slipped over. And they'll go again, the Queens. 140, out by 5. Cometh the moment. Horston couldn't finish. And now the Queens have to play some defense. How good has this been? Friday night hoops. Jones, McSpadden, Hokianga. Big 3 from the youngster. And we're back to 2. How about Palace Hokianga? No fear, young lady.
A couple of possessions ago, she drives, tries to find McSpadden and turns it over. The courage and confidence to shoot that one as Brown gets tied up there. Jump ball, possession back with the Whai.
Huge battle off the boards. Timeout for the Whai. 1:02 to play. It's a 2-point ball game. As Alex Stojkovic wants to have a chat with his Chargers. Gee, they've been impressive down the stretch here, haven't they, the Whai? 21-11 last quarter, 46-32 second half. The Queens look dead on their feet. The Whai look full of run. This is pro women's basketball in New Zealand. And tonight's GJ Gardner Holmes Tauihi contest has been an absolute thriller. 92-90, 77 seconds of play left. Both teams still have their BNZ player timeout. Horston with 33, Jones with 32. Game on.
It is indeed, and to think the Queens had 60 at halftime, only managed to add another 32 since then. The Whai have just picked it up defensively. They've also had some people contribute offensively other than the 2 stars, which is great for them. And it's now a 2-point ball game with just over a minute to go.
Crowd on the edge of their seats, a record crowd here tonight. Thoroughly enjoying the action. Queens won their opening game of the season by 5, lost last week by 3. And they're in another thriller right now. If the Whai can get this, arguably the biggest win in the team's history. They were down by 20. They're now down by 2. Horston running with Jones. Stella Beck's been impressive in this last quarter. Here is Jones, the scorer, the walking bucket. Ashland, Jones on Horston. Horston had it, lost it. Chance here. Dale, shot clock at 2. Jones, underneath, that won't count. Shot clock violation. Queens come up with it. What a possession.
What a possession for the Queens defensively. That was absolutely outstanding. Scrambling, switching, closing out. That's the defensive effort that they probably have needed the entire game, but they came up big there.
And now can the Queens fire back? The Whai can't afford to foul here. Both teams in the bonus. Jihun Park has been huge tonight. Steps around Jones. Gets it back from Brown. Back to Brown for three. Oh, back of the ring. Park comes up with it. They'll settle the Queens. 25 seconds. Shot clock at 10. Horston sends it off. Ji-Hoon Park on the move, off to Brown, had it, lost it. Shot clock at 2, at 1, forces it up, leaves it short. 14 seconds, margin at 2. BNZ player timeout, not used. Jones, corner, Hokianga, short, loose ball. Chagas comes up with it. Foul. Oh, wow. How big has this been tonight? Edge of your seat stuff in Tauihi. This league is soaring to all new heights in 2024. Hope you're enjoying it. Sky Sport here in New Zealand, ESPN 3 in the United States, and right around the world on FIBA YouTube. Justin Nelson and Miles Pearce with you. What a game.
Unbelievable passage of play there. And I thought the Fire could have called their BNZ player timeout just to settle things down. Missed that corner three, and now we've got Chagas on the line. Misses the first one at the Chemist Warehouse. So makes this, it's a 3-point game. The Fire still got their player timeout and a team timeout.
If she makes this, they'll definitely use their player timeout. Second one is out. They do get it. They call the BNZ player timeout. 2.7 seconds to play. And that means they'll advance. And it means they've got a chance to shoot for the win, believe it or not, as Chagas misses both from the Chemist Warehouse. And that's your chance right now to scan that QR code during this BNZ player timeout. 5,000 tickets to give away with thanks to BNZ. School groups, community groups, sports groups. Scan that QR code, fill out your group's details, and you have the chance to pick up some tickets to go along to a Tauihi game. And if it's anything like this, you're going to enjoy that. All, of course, with thanks to BNZ. Believe it or not, the Fire have a chance to win this game.
On a side note, this is the first time we've had a chance to talk about the BNZ ticket to the big game because we haven't had any. But the Fire down 20, unbelievable second half, particularly here in the fourth, and they have a chance to tie it up or go for the win. Justin, what are you doing? You're coaching? Are we tying it up or are we going for the win?
Going for the win with 2.7. Ashlyn Jones, look for her. Horston with her, crowd into this, defense chance. Jones gets loose. Look out for McKenna Dale. They go inside. They go inside. They lose the game, or they lose the opportunity. The Queens win. No shot put up by the Fire. Queens win by 2. What an amazing game of basketball. Huge opportunity there for the Fire. Went inside with the 2 to try and tie it up to McSpadden. But the Queens get the win, 92-90. Amazing scenes here in Porirua tonight.
I thought the Queens had nearly blown that 20-point lead. They hold on in an absolute thriller, and defense wins out in the end. McSpadden, the ball gets thrown down low to her. Big deflection. Queens come up with it. There's the ball game.
Well, they missed Jones on the curl. It looked like McKenna Dale was going to step out, and it would have been good in her hands as well. And then in the end, maybe with only a second left to throw it in from the sideline, went down low to McSpadden. Couldn't quite see whether it was Lou Brown or Jordan Horston reaching around and getting a hand in there. McSpadden thought there was contact. Not sure that any coin official is going to call a foul with 2.7 seconds to go in that sort of situation. But what an amazing finish. An advanced ball out of a BNZ player timeout. The Fire with 2.7 seconds did not get a shot up in the end.
No, and that's the tough situation. The player timeout was great. They ran a good action, but I feel like Coach Stojakovic probably wants his fingerprints on what's going to happen and who the ball's going to go to. Still a great action and just a better defensive effort from the Queens on that one play.
Huge game of basketball tonight to start round 3 in the Tauihi. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. And there has been some genuine stars in action tonight. What about the scoring? Jordan Horston, 33 points. Ashley Jones with 32. Two WNBA stars here in Aotearoa, New Zealand in season 2024. And gee, they put on a show tonight.
They did indeed. We thought Tess Madgen's record was a little in doubt, and they weren't far off, but what a back and forth between those two. Absolutely outstanding offensive performance from both of them.
Florencia Chagas with 18, Jihun Park terrific with 19. Lara McSpadden, as we look at her rebounds, 22 points and 17 rebounds for McSpadden tonight.
Yeah, 6 of those offensive. She did a power of work down low for the Phi, and unfortunately on that last play had an opportunity to tie it up, but just didn't quite get there.
Another double-double for Lou Brown as well, 10 points and 12 rebounds for her, 5 offensive rebounds. She'll figure in the Steelers as well as we continue to go through the Chemist Warehouse stats, and a new Queens record tonight set by Florencia Chagas with 8 assists.
Yeah, she was doing everything tonight, getting people involved, scoring the ball, cramping up, getting up, playing on. It was a spectacular thing to see her at the point running the show for the Queens.
24 steals all up in tonight's game. Both these teams really got after it. Chagas with 4 steals, Lou Brown with 4 steals, and Ashley Jones had 4 steals as well. And some blocks for each team. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our official stats partner, Chemist Warehouse. Great to have them back with us in season 2024. And what a way to start round 3 tonight. I mean, the Phi were down by 20 early in the third. They charged home. Some real nervous moments. Queens did enough to hang on. Florencia Chagas was cramping up. And just that huge defensive moment in the last 2.7 seconds. Exciting finish to this one tonight. And I know I've heard from a lot of people, Miles, talking about how this competition has gone to an all-new level this year. We saw it on display here in Porirua.
Yeah, this game was the Tauihi on display. Great talent across the board. Kiwis, the Australians. We've even got Park coming off the bench. She had a great role for the Queens, scoring 19. It's just an outstanding league, and I can't believe this is only game 1 of the round.
Love the fact that the players head straight over to the sidelines as well to meet all the fans and sign autographs. It is such a special moment here in basketball. They do it in the Tauihi, they do it in the Sal's NBL as well. The players always meet the fans straight after the game, and that's exactly the way that it should be. So games still to come in round 3. We head to Christchurch tomorrow. The Pauakai with their first home game of the season, from all reports, on the verge of, if not already sold out. That place will be rocking tomorrow. Last time we saw a game of basketball at Cowles Stadium, it was a grand final in the Sal's NBL. The Rams got home, and it was certainly rocking that day. I think we're going to see a big vocal crowd for that one tomorrow when the Pauakai take on the Kahu.
And why not, when you've got basketball like this being played around the country? Get out, get a ticket, get to the game.
Sunday afternoon, the Hoi Ho at home in Dunedin, and they've got to take on the Phi. Let's quickly talk about that. They've gone down by 2 in a thriller tonight. What do they do now? They've got to quickly turn their attention to the Hoi Ho waiting for them on Sunday.
They do indeed. Right now it's going to be about rest and recovery for all the athletes, as they do, as coaches are going to already probably have the scout prepared. So just being able to jump from the Queens mindset into the Hoi Ho mindset. But what a battle. Hoi Ho looking for their first win.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. Record crowd streaming in. Fantastic players from right around the world joining so many of our Kiwi stars. Season 3 of GJ Gardner Homes Tauihi is delivering in a big way. And tonight we saw an absolute thriller. The Queens get home by 2 over the Phi, 92-90. What a game. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you again for more Tauihi tomorrow afternoon from Christchurch. On behalf of the team, Miles Pearson, Justin Nelson, wishing you all the very best. Bye-bye for now.